And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Aranthea's Awakening, a D&D 5e live stream. I am your Dungeon Master, Arch, and with me today, after a bit of a hiatus, is Kyle.
Hi, who am I? Who am I playing?
You're playing Ilo, the bard.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I got the wrong character sheet because I think I'm supposed to be playing Professor Elowin Silvermane.
Oh, sounds like a fucking nerd. Go play Ilo. That sounds way cooler.
Fine.
And...
I'm Ilo. I make cook things. Ha ha ha.
Amazing. And we have Neil.
I play Ilo.
No,
What's-
I play Ilo.
What's a bard? I play a chef.
Yeah, that's what that is. And...
A chef with class.
also back from
Classic.
Druid Camp hiatus is Onyx.
Yep, that me. I play Zykiran, Dragonborn something. Couldn't decide if you really want to be an enchanter or a fighter, so I decided to go both.
Yep. He's like that halfway in between where it's just really awkward.
Yeah.
He's magically curious.
Exactly.
That's a good way to put it. Alright, so I am going to get some music going, and I will do a quick recap of last session, and then we will dive back into things.
Hey, side note, what is the stuff on the sidebar of your stream?
That might be the extension for Clone Drone that I left enabled.
Okay.
Should I get rid of it? Is it interfering?
Oh, no, I was just curious to what this stuff on the screen was.
Yeah, you should be able to hide it. So.
Spawn sword threes.
I'm not even playing. Fuck
Help
off.
us.
Well, I can't even see it, so that works out.
It has to be an interactive D&D thing where when we spawn sword threes, people come and help us.
No, I would make you three fight the sword threes, and guess what? You'd probably die.
Nope.
All right.
Some of us would die.
All of you would die.
I've
All
run
right.
away.
So last session, we picked up where you guys explored the rest of the first floor. During the exploration of the library as well as the guest chambers, you had heard some interesting echoes of the past, it seemed like. Eli had heard what seemed to be prior guests of the keep. Ilo had heard two treasure hunters, it seemed, who you guys later found dead in the solar room. And Zai had heard someone from his past also seemingly looking for valuable items within this keep, which was very strange. You guys, after finishing exploring the first level, went up to the second level and began exploring room by room. You had found that there was the bedroom of what seemed to be two young children. You found what appeared to be a elder child's room, a bathroom, a nursery for who you found out to be Abel, which you had prior named Simon the Will-O-Wisp. Having Abel kind of guide you, you guys found the butler's room, and you also found the Lord and Lady's bedroom. You discovered that the Lord and Lady were in fact risen, but had some semblance of intelligence to them still. They were still aware of themselves and were not trying to brutally murder you guys. You had a bit of a talk with them about the gaps in knowledge that it seems that the current time people lacked regarding the deities, and that you found out the deities were actually once real beings who later ended up kind of melding into the Arcane Sea. The only person in the party who really knows what the Arcane Sea actually is Eli, I believe.
He was eating that shit up.
You guys, after speaking with the Lord and Lady, decided that before you went to engage with the butler in the cellar who was bearing the curse that is basically ruining this land and the keep, you decided that you guys were going to take a break because you were all kind of beaten, bruised, and lacking in the spell slot department, I believe.
I have to say, I look fine, but I am lacking
I'm
in
fine.
spell slots.
I'm
Yeah, I
fine.
think we're HP wise okay.
All of my
Okay.
stuff is short rest, so whatever.
I have all of my 17 HPs, whatever that means. I do not, however, have a lot of spell slots.
I'm half exhausted on those.
Actually, I do actually have spell slots. I take that back. I would like my other second level slot back, though.
Well, with that being said, I'm going to let you guys in character discuss that. You are currently standing outside the Lord and Lady's room. The door is still somewhat ajar, and they're inside the room if you wish to go back in and talk to them, or whatever the hell it is you guys wish to do.
Well, I guess we have to go kill some butler mastermind then.
It would appear so.
Two, you ready? It's been a long day. I'm good to go, but what about you two?
Arch, did we...
Hi.
I think we discussed this last time, but my wand, when I had used it last...
It will work today. Because last
Okay.
time you used it was when your long rest had been disturbed, so it still reset itself.
Okay, cool.
So you do
Cool,
have the
cool.
use. Faith is still with you guys. I believe she's all right on her own. Yeah.
I am about half tired. I'd say exactly half of everything. One bardic inspiration, and
I'm okay, but we could take a few moments and gather ourselves. I could gather back one of my spell slots.
I don't think I get anything on a short rest.
I think we've already taken a short rest pretty recently, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think we did, actually. That's why I have spell slots, is because I've already used that.
I'm a little injured myself, but I think I should be okay.
Well, I'll leave it up to you. Think we should go do it now, or make sure we're fully rested for it? If we rest, though, I'm pretty sure we're probably going to be attacked again, just because of where we are.
Huh. This is a conundrum. Because most likely we would be assaulted if we rested for the day. For the night? For the night, yes.
I didn't
might
understand the
just
word you
need-
just said.
We might just need to go ahead and get this done with.
Do you want to go down there?
Well, I fear that if we try to recuperate to full strength, then we will be overrun at this point.
Yeah, didn't the Lord say something about last night just being testing out how strong we were?
Precisely. And any of the undead creatures that we have disposed of so far, well, who's to say that it can't just raise them right back? So any hard work that we've put out today could essentially be for nothing.
Well, you seem for it. What about you, Isla?
I don't know. I can only do about 2 more magics. And I think my dagger thing is a long rest, right?
Yeah.
So I don't have that anymore.
Yeah, you used that during the ghoul fight, I believe, yeah?
Yeah, it's definitely gone. Yeah. And they only have 1 bardic inspiration, which is I don't know how to call these things like have this conversation in character, which is kind of how I use my knives with the blade flourishes for more
It's how I do the fancy tricks.
damage.
Interesting. Let me think.
If I get the vote, I think we should go take care of it now.
Okay.
Well, that looks like it's 2-1, and I'm undecided, so
Yeah.
I'd rather not make it a tie. Sorry, Isla.
Okay, well, if we're going to do this, let's try and, we need to have a strategy, game plan. I don't know what we're going into, but
We go in, Faith and I go in front, Ilo does his thing, and you stand really far away and shoot him.
I can be really sneaky.
Um,
Ilo, got any magic left that might be able to help?
With what?
I don't know, anything besides like just hurting it.
I have. I could do either invisible or daggers. Dagger cloud. Only one though. And I have, I'd say, about 2 of either cure wounds or dissonant whispers, which is not what Isla would call it. Once again, cannot have this conversation in character.
You had to make it difficult on yourself.
Or scratchy knives thing.
Scratchy knife, yeah.
Well, I don't think invisibility is going to be that much help, since seems like we're going to kind of just be in a long fight anyway. And I don't know, Faith, how much healing can you do?
D6 and D8 for Kyle and Onyx. Nothing for the Hoarder.
D6 and D8 for Kyle and Onyx, nothing for the Hoarder. You hear that, Neil?
Oh no! I want to use one now.
Nope, not allowed. D6.
I do a backflip. I use my expert on my check to do that.
awesome.
D6 and a D8.
I am. What are you talking about? Magic missile is not found.
Okay, cool.
Who gave those to us?
That was our good friend Jess.
Thank
Thank you,
y'all.
Jess.
Thank you, Jess.
Traitor.
Maybe if you weren't hoarding all of the dice, Neil.
Oh.
Damn it.
What were we saying? Oh, right. Faith, how much healing can you do?
If I had to quantify it, I'd say probably, like 9 times if I really had to.
Oh god, that's so much healing.
I have a lot of spells. I can't guarantee I'm going to be saving all of them if we're going into a big fight, but, I mean, I'll save 1 or 2 in case one of you guys ends up getting your ass kicked.
It's
It's obviously not going to be me because I'm, so good at fighting, that it's not going to be me.
says the person who couldn't hit anything last battle.
What are you saying over there, old man?
Nothing. I'm just murmuring and thinking to myself.
Yeah, senility will do that to you.
Here's what I suggest. We go down, unlock the cellar. I will send Bartimus down to get a quick glimpse of the area. That can give us a bit more of a tactical advantage, or at least they will not have one. It will not have one?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, let's do that part first before we start planning anything else.
Well, hold on a
Right.
second. That brings up a really good point. If it's undead, is it still, do they have genders? If it has a penis, then is it what? I don't... This is a very interesting discussion.
I think it's whatever it identified as in life.
So what if it identifies as just undead?
I mean, if it's still sentient, and then it probably be what he was saying.
Okay.
I think the butler. Actually, do we know if the butler is undead at this point?
Nope.
No.
You guys have no clue anything about him except the fact that he controls the undead.
Right.
And that he was a butler.
Right. Well, the butler may not even be.
That or his name was Butler.
No, he had a name and it wasn't Sebastian, and I was upset. Because all butlers are named Sebastian.
No, because I nope. Because then I would start making Black Butler references, and I can't be doing that.
I think it was still a butler name, though. I don't think I wrote it down.
I suggest that we go scout this area out. Then we can come up with a very planned out strategy. One that will hopefully not get us killed and turned into an undead nightmare.
Yep.
Should we find them and scout out their room? I can be sneaky and probably see some of the area.
That's going to be kind of hard. It's in the cellar, remember? We have to use the key and get in there.
Wait a minute, Owl.
Oh, right.
Well, you're still going to have to open the cellar, but okay, I mean, yeah, you could do that. Owl.
Yeah. Anyway, let's start heading that way.
Alright. So, you guys make your way down the stairs.
And I'm gonna cast Mage Armor real quick.
Sure. Mark off the spell slot.
Just in case. Before I
And-
forget.
Beautiful picture.
Yep. You guys make your way back down the stairs and go through the dining room into the kitchen and then go through the servants' quarters to where you know the cellar hatch was in the storage room. To remind you, the storage room is a relatively small rectangular room with a few empty crates and barrels. And you guys had found last time that one of the barrels was on top of a cellar hatch with a lock. The lock itself was built into the stone. What do you guys do?
I want to take the key out and unlock the door unless someone stops me.
Eli's just gonna have his cane kind of pointing at the cellar hatch.
Stop!
What?
Are you actually saying stop?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Damn it, Neil.
Why would I stop you? We discussed this.
So you take out the cellar key, insert it into the lock, and turn it. There is a bright flash of light. The entire room seems to be engulfed in this white flash. I need all of you to make a wisdom save, please.
Oh, fuck.
I died, and now I'm dead.
Faith's got a
Wisdom's
19.
not a good one for me.
12.
17. Damn. Okay.
13.
Cool. All right. So I'm gonna go in the order that I have things here. I will.
You guys can use your stream die.
That's true.
I don't need that.
Would you like to use any of your stream die?
Yeah, I want to go ahead and use that D6.
Okay, so Kyle is using the D6, which brings you up to a 17.
I used my
Damn.
D6 as well.
It just puts me at a 14.
Oh, yeah, that was Neil's.
I'm
or
at an
not
18.
Neil's,
I'm at an
Onyx.
18 now.
Okay, so both of you use your D6. Cool. I like that.
Thank you, Jess.
And once again,
Thank you, but it might have not helped me now.
All right. Now that I marked that off on the stream.
I don't have to use the damn things if I roll too good.
All
Fuck you,
right.
Neil.
That's it. No more stream dice. Cut off. Neil, you're too late. I will leave the option up to you three whether or not you want the others to hear what I'm about to do.
Okay.
Onyx, you're up first on my list, so I leave the option to you.
I don't know what it is. I can't make a decision, so I guess I don't care.
Okay.
This is gonna be bad.
I will ask that during each of these, the rest of you remain quiet, just because I feel that this is kind of a personal matter with each character, and I'd like to keep it that way.
Fuck.
So, Zai,
That's me.
the flash dissipates, and you find yourself standing in an all-too-familiar storefront. The smell of burning coal and molten metal assails your nose. Looking around, you can tell you are inside the Phoenix Fire. In front of you is an anvil, in your hand, a hammer. Upon the anvil is what appears to be a poorly made sword blade, still faintly glowing from the heat of the forge. Standing off to one side, you see Master Tumal Redblade. He gives you a dark glare and strides over in front of you. And he takes one big meaty finger of his and he jabs it into your chest. And he says, Zai, I'm disappointed in you. Time after time I've told you how to forge a proper weapon. Yet look at yourself. Of an age to be marrying and having kids, and instead I find you in here wasting my time with shoddy work like this. And you see him reach down, pick up the still hot blade, You can hear his skin sizzling as he holds it for a moment before tossing it into the fire of the forge. You're not the person I thought you were. I cannot be wasting any more of my time. Get out. And he thumbs at the door and gives you a dark glare. What do you
Okay,
do?
is all of this, like, completely believable to me? Like, this is actually happening?
This seems like reality. The smells are very familiar to you, the sights. When he poked you in the chest, that felt real. The hammer in your hand feels very much real.
Okay, but my real question is like, is this a complete thing where it's like, I believe I'm here, or do I remember that I was just in a room in this haunted castle and there's no reason I should be here?
Make another wisdom save.
14.
You remember that you were in a castle, and now you're here.
So, he's gonna thumb at me to get out. I'm just gonna, like, stand there for a second, puzzled. Like, this isn't right. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be someplace else. I'm gonna take a look at him.
Yeah, you're supposed to be getting out of my fucking store. You're a disappointment.
I'm just gonna walk out.
You just gonna walk out of his store?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this isn't really what's supposed to be going on, so let's see what happens if I do what I'm, air quotes, supposed to.
Okay. You walk out the front door of the store, and around you it looks like you're back in Tharndarim. But as soon as your foot hits the bottom step of the storefront, the world seems to drop out around you. It crumbles and seems to dissipate into nothing. And you find yourself falling through an endless abyss. Eli!
Yes.
Now that you've heard Onyx's especially, I will ask, do you want the rest of them to hear your stuff?
Sure.
Okay. You find yourself seated at a desk. You hear the bell ring throughout the halls of the college and watch as your students, one by one, get up, grab their things, and walk out the door of the classroom. What are you doing?
He is trying to finish, like, the last bit of whatever he was saying. Like, and don't forget to read pages 78 through 82. I expect your essays next week. Do not forget.
The students seem to pay you no mind. They just shuffle out the door. As the last student leaves, you see Lilith standing in the door of your classroom. She seems to be wearing some sort of nightgown that is nearly transparent with, well, delicate undergarments somewhat exposed beneath it. She strides up to you, hips swaying back and forth, tail swishing in the air from side to side. She gets right up to your desk and sits down on the edge with a leg hanging off the edge. Eli? For so long you've toiled and wasted away in this academy, sharing your knowledge with the students who obviously don't value you. Not like I do. And she leans over and just kind of props herself up with an elbow and looks at you in the eyes.
I don't even know if he can even say anything at first. He's just so, like, taken aback. Idea, what are you doing? What are you wearing? That's inappropriate right now. We're in class. And he, like, takes his coat off to try and put it around her.
Oh, Eli. Come with me. I've already put in my resignation. Let's leave this place, see the world. Spend whatever time we have left on this earth together. In more ways than one. Give up this nonsense of understanding magic in the arcane sea. Stay with me instead. And she kind of trails one of her nails along your chin.
Um. Hmm. So this is very out of character, I feel like, for her.
Make a wisdom save.
Okay. God damn it. The 10.
You have a D8. I'm leaving the option right now.
No, I'm gonna save it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna waste it on a 10.
Your memory is fuzzy. You have that feeling like there's something amiss here, but you can't quite place it. Like, this definitely feels and sounds and seems like you're definitely in the college, but you're not. Something doesn't sit right, but you can't quite put your finger on it.
He just kind of like looks around the classroom.
There's no one else here but you and me.
Lily, I don't know what's come over you, but
We could go on an adventure right now if you wanted.
but I mean, you're not wrong. I have wasted far too much time here. I didn't mean to spend so many years here. And he starts to kind of like rationalize this in his head, and he starts to kind of like nod. Adventure. Yeah, that sounds. Yes, I think that's good. I meant to do that years ago. Yes, let's go. I'm tired of wasting time here. These people clearly show no interest in my work. I could be... God, goodness, if I had done this sooner, I could be a master wizard or something. Goodness, wasted so much time. Let's go.
She gives you a big smile, wraps her arms around your right arm, and starts leading you out the door. As soon as you step out of the classroom, the world seems to crumble around you. It seems to fall apart and dissipate until there's nothing left but a black, empty void surrounding you. You look to your right, and Lilith is no longer there, and you begin to fall. Ilo!
Hi.
I have to get... You hear the crashing of waves, the cawing of seagulls, and the shouts of people. They're screaming. Some in pain, some in anguish, but all of them sound familiar. You find yourself standing on the deck of the Trinity. Or rather, what's left of it anyway. The main mast appears to have been shattered halfway up, the top half of it laying across the main deck. You can see a few of the crew pinned beneath the broken wood. They're not moving. The forward sail lies in tatters, and the rear sail appears to be ablaze. There are large cracks of various lengths running across the deck and down the sides of the vessel. You hear someone calling your name ever so faintly. What are you doing?
I look for it.
You look around, and it's very easy to find that the person calling your name is near the helm of the ship. Going up the broken, splintered stairs, you find pinned to the deck itself by a long, wicked harpoon is Captain Alibor. The harpoon appears to have gone straight through the center of his chest, out the back, and slammed into the deck itself, basically pinning him in place. And he's barely holding on to consciousness, and he's weakly reaching a hand out towards you, beckoning you towards him.
I would run up and try to do a cure wound spell on him.
Okay. Mark off the spell slot and roll for the healing.
5.
Okay. You watch as some of the cuts and scrapes along his body, as well as some of the blood that's been flowing out of his chest, begins to staunch. But it doesn't seem to be nearly enough. The harpoon seems like it did a lot of internal damage, and he is still essentially impaled on this and unable to get up. And as you're trying your best to heal him, he just weakly turns his head towards you and says, "Ilo, we did all we could. You must leave. It's too late for me." You see him cough up a globule of blood, and it just kind of weakly trickles down the side of his face. He can barely get it off of himself.
I have nowhere to go.
It's too late for us. You see him weakly gesturing to the side, where you see the brutally mangled body of Callie lying against the side rail, splinters of wood and bone protruding from all along her body in very gruesome directions, some of which the bones definitely should not be facing the direction they are. Take the lifeboat. Leave while you can. Don't turn back. Run away and live.
With tears in his eyes, Ilo climbs up onto the shoulder and slits his throat and runs off.
As you run away, you hear the cough and the gurgle of blood, and after a moment, silence. Where's Ilo running to?
The boat.
You're just gonna jump into the ocean, or are you gonna hop onto a lifeboat?
No, he's taking on the lifeboat. Yeah? I get on the lifeboat.
No, I got it. I'm
Okay.
thinking of things.
Alright.
You get into the lifeboat and slowly lower yourself into the ocean. And with a heavy heart, start rowing away. And as you begin to row further and further away from the ship, it getting smaller in the distance, there is a bright flash of white light, and you find yourself standing back in the storage room. Your companions are still there. You see Zai still bent over, holding onto the key, now turned in the lock. You see Eli standing behind the rest of you, supposedly in mid-lecture of some sort, but seems frozen in place. And you see Faith standing next to Zai, kind of just idly waiting for the cellar door to be open. And you notice that all three of them, their eyes appear to be completely black. There's no iris or pupil, it's just pure black eyes. And they are not moving. They're not breathing. They seem to be still as statues.
Can I go and see if I can... I'm going to climb up Zai's arm and try to pull the key out from the door.
You make a strength check.
Oh, boy. 2.
You grab onto Zai's wrist and then grab onto the key and begin trying to tug, but it doesn't seem to move at all. They seem to be... both the key, along with Zai, being that he's the one holding it, seem to be locked in place. I need you to make another wisdom save for me, please.
Nat 20.
I am very glad that you made that one. That was a good one. Zai!
Yep.
You find yourself standing in an all-too-familiar storefront. The smell of burning coal and molten metal assails your nose. Looking around, you can tell you are inside the Phoenix Fire. In front of you is an anvil, in your hand a hammer. Upon the anvil is what appears to be a poorly made sword blade still faintly glowing from the heat of the forge. Standing to one side is Master Tamal Redblade. And standing next to him appears to be Ilo.
Do I still, remember falling into the giant abyss and the storage room and everything?
No. You remember the
Okay.
storage room, but you don't remember this abyss, but, this feels as fresh as the last time we did this.
Okay.
Master Tamal Redblade gives you a dark glare and is about to stride over to you, and then notices Ilo in the room and just stops and seems frozen in place looking at him.
Isla, why are you here?
I don't know.
Wait, why am I here? Wasn't I just in that storage room? What's going on?
Make a perception check.
Okay. That's an 8.
You notice that Master Redblade seems stock still. It seems like he isn't moving at all now. He's not breathing or even remotely aware of anything now.
Well, being me and holding a badly made sword in my hand, I have to start fixing it while I try to figure out what's going on.
Alright. Ilo, you watch Zai begin to start working on a shitty blade in his hand.
Am I actually seeing this?
Yeah. You are in this room.
Oh, I am here too. Okay.
You
I've been so
are
many
in the room.
swords.
When I talked earlier, that was a joke.
No, you are actually there.
I've made so many swords in my life that I can probably have a conversation with Ilo as I do this.
I know
That-
this place.
That was what the saving throw was for, Neil, was basically if you got over the DC, which you did, then you would be consciously aware of everything going on in whatever it is that this thing is that's happening. If you had failed, then something else may have happened. I'm not going to say
Okay.
what, because we haven't gotten to Eli yet.
So Ilo, you have any idea what's going on? Clank,
I know.
clank,
I
clank.
know the city.
Yeah, I know the city too, back in Bandarn.
No. Do I remember
Remember what?
the castle and them standing there? And
Yeah, you
what's
are
going on?
perfectly aware that just a moment ago you were in the cellar room grabbing onto Zai.
So, I think there's some magic, something happening, something strange.
Yeah, I know I shouldn't be here. I was in that storage room, but I
We're
don't know
still
what I can
there.
do about it. What do you mean
We're
we're still there?
There was another white flash, and now I am here. But I know what's happening now.
So what, you're saying this is an illusion or something?
And you're just frozen in that door with the key in it. Back at that castle.
Why aren't you frozen in there?
I don't know.
What happened when you got hit by that flashlight?
Bad things.
Well, I think I'm kind of stuck here. Did you go somewhere? Did you get out?
I did what I was told.
I haven't been told anything. You just kind of froze when he saw you.
I left.
So I should just leave this forge? I mean, I guess I can do that.
I don't think it's real. I can't imagine any reason that I would ever come to this fucking city, so this isn't real.
How's my sword coming along, Arch?
Make a roll for it.
Was that athletics? Is that what we decided?
Yeah, because right now you're basically trying to shape it into place, so it'd basically be strength with proficiency. Not so well. It's not going great.
Sweet.
Ilo, I need you to make another wisdom save, please.
16.
As you both are talking and Zai is working on the blade, very... How do I describe this? Very much like Back to the Future, you watch as your hands begin to fade from existence, and it seems to be spreading through your body. And after a moment, poof! Zai, you see that Ilo is no longer there. Ilo, you find yourself back in the storage room. I'm gonna stick with you, Zai.
Okay.
As soon as Ilo disappears, the world seems to kind of come back into focus and reanimate. Master Tamal Redblade immediately kind of like shakes it off, turns back to you, gives you a really dark glare, and strides over. Zai, I'm disappointed in you. Time after time I've told you how to forge a proper weapon. You look at yourself. Of an age to be marrying and having kids, and instead I find you in here wasting my time with shoddy work like this.
Well, if you would look at it, you could see I'm still working on it. I can't really call this quite done and shoddy yet. If you just let me finish.
This is what you're working on, and he grabs the blade again and lifts it up. Sizzling his hand again, you can hear it sizzling through. And again, though you wouldn't remember, he takes the blade and tosses it into the forge.
I'm gonna reach my hand in and grab it back out.
Okay, roll me a d6.
1. I have resistance to fire. Do I take like no damage from this?
No, because that's unfortunately not how resistance works.
But it should.
But it doesn't. You take 1 point of fire damage as you feel the flame kind of lick at the scales along your arm and hand, and you grab the blade out, and he gives you this look of anger, and he says, "You're not the person I thought you were. I can't be wasting any more of my time. Get out."
And if you think that I'm gonna leave a piece unfinished, regardless of what it's supposed to be, then you never knew who I was to begin with, and I'm gonna go back to working on it.
Alright. You go back to the anvil and take the hammer and start shaping at the blade. And as the hammer hits the first time, it rings through the room. And it seems like the room gets a little bit brighter. You hit it again, the room gets brighter still. Third time, even brighter. By the time you get to the 5th hammer strike, the entire room is awash in a bright white light. And you find yourself standing back in the storage room.
Ah, hey, Ava.
Hi.
You see Ilo underneath you with one hand clamped on your wrist and the other on the key.
Did you figure it out? You had to kill him, didn't you?
I had to make a sword.
Oh.
That sword you saw in my hand, I had to go finish it, apparently.
Zai, now that you are back in the storage room, you can see that both Eli and Faith are currently frozen in place, their eyes completely black.
I want to look at the trapdoor. Is there, like, magic-y stuff on it?
Nothing that you see. You don't have any real magical detection skills, so you can't be sure.
Well, honestly, I'm just kind of looking for any kind of script.
There is none.
Okay. So now what do we do?
I don't know. The flash will happen again, maybe. That's what happened last time. I was trying to get the key from the door, and then whoop, again.
I mean, we can try to take the key out. I take the key out.
It seems to be stuck in the keyhole.
Okay, so bad news is key's not gonna come out.
Oh, okay.
And there's not really any good news.
Okay. Try turning it.
Okay, I'll continue to try to open the door.
Make a strength check.
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 22.
I wish I was making this shit up. You turn with all your might. Ilo, you see Zai's muscles bulging in his arms. You see the veins popping out of his neck. And you turn this key with all your might, and it moves maybe 1/8 of an inch. But it doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
Okay.
You got some movement out of it? Not a very lot.
I'd like to point out that was a 19 on the roll.
It was.
So I don't think I've been doing much better than this.
The DC for some of these things are very high for a very important reason that I will probably never be able to tell you guys.
Well, Ala, key's not turning.
Okay.
I want to go pick up Eli and move him out of the room if I can.
Sure, make a strength check.
18.
You pick up Eli, and you lift him off the ground, and then I need you to make a wisdom save, please.
8.
Okay.
I'm still on top of Zai, by the way.
Good to know. But it's not contact.
Cool.
Eli,
Goth.
you find yourself seated at a desk. You can hear the bell ring throughout the halls of the college and watch as your students, one by one, get up, grab their things, and walk out the door of the class. What are you doing?
He pretty much just like last time. Don't forget to finish the chapter. Essays are due next week. I expect your hands-on demonstrations to be very good. And he'll like point out like an individual student looking at you.
All right. Pointing at the last student who's about to walk out, who you know to be like the poor student in the class that really doesn't do his work. That student turns around and you realize that it's Zai Kieran. And you see standing in the doorway is Lilith, wearing some sort of nightgown that is clearly or nearly transparent, with delicate undergarments somewhat exposed beneath it. She goes to take a step into the classroom and make her way towards you when she bumps into Zai and seems to stop and then looks at Zai and then freezes in place.
He notices. Oh man, I think he notices Zai first, and then sees her, and he gets up. He's gonna like run over to like put his jacket around her again, but then looks at Zai again.
Am I conscious of what's going on, or am I just kind of here?
You are not actually aware of anything, Zai.
Okay.
This can't be right. You're not one of my students. Zai, how did you get here? What? This doesn't make any sense. And Lily, why are you? Dear, cover up, please. Like, what is going on?
They both appear to be frozen like statues.
Are they both?
Neither of them appear to be moving at all.
He like waves his hand in front of them.
No
This is
movement.
quite strange.
You remember Zai. Make a wisdom save, Eli.
20.
Wow. You remember Zai. You remember being in the storage room. You remember you and the rest of your group were doing something. And then you ended up here.
This isn't right. I shouldn't be here. I should be with you and Ilo in that room. How did this doesn't make any sense? What the? And he like runs back over to his desk and starts rifling through his things, looking for one of his books. This doesn't make any sense. And he just like gets out like one of his like basic books and starts like he like flips it over to like a category of illusion and starts like thumbing through to a specific spot.
You notice all the pages are blank.
Okay, that doesn't make... Okay, fine.
The
fine.
cover is there. You recognize the design. You recognize the book. You're sure this is your book. But each page as you flip through, there's no writing.
He kind of like looks around. Okay, I see. Well, fine. He drops the book back on the desk. Goes, fine, I'll get one out of my own personal pack. And he like rifles through and like pulls a book out and opens it, and he's kind of like doing this paranoid like look around and kind of glances down at the pages.
Sure. As you are doing that, Zai, I need you to make a wisdom save.
18.
Hey.
Eli, you watch as very slowly Zai seems to fade from existence. His hands, his feet seem to just slowly turn transparent.
Wait, no, come back here!
Vanish completely.
He runs up and like tries to grab at him. I'm assuming just goes right through him.
You would be correct. It seems to just kind of go through the air where Zai is, and after a moment, poof, and Zai is gone. Zai, you find yourself standing back in the storage room with Ilo on your shoulder, but we will get back to you in a second.
Wait, am I still holding Eli?
Yeah, you're still holding Eli up.
Okay.
You realize that your arms are a bit shaky now. It feels like you've been holding Eli off the ground for perhaps a few minutes. Eli, as soon as Zai disappears completely, the world seems to come back into focus, and you see Lilith seems to come out of it. She looks at you, now standing in front of her, maybe like a foot away, and she walks just right up to you until she's about like an inch away, and she goes, Eli, for so long you've toiled and wasted away in this academy, sharing your knowledge with these students who obviously don't value you. Not like I do.
He's not even looking at her. He's still like looking where Zai was, but you can tell he's listening to what she's saying, but he's listening to her, but he's not like really paying much mind to her. He's like, you can tell the gears are clicking in his head.
Oh, I'm sure. I can see them turning in your head as well. She seems unperturbed by this and just says, come with me. I've already put in my resignation. Let's leave this place, see the world, spend whatever time we have left on this earth together. In more ways than one. And she runs a finger down your chest.
He actually grabs her hand, not in like an angry manner, but quickly.
She goes, oh, so forward, Eli.
He looks at her and he like brings her hand up and kisses the top of her hand. You're right, my dear. Could you do me a favor? I have a bag ready for this for a long time. Could you go back and get it for me? I'll finish it up here and we'll depart. You're right.
But we don't need any of those things. We can just leave now.
I need... There's something special. I need it. Can you go get it for me, please?
But Eli, Don't need any of your boring belongings, the books, wands, or staves. All we need is each other. Give up this nonsense of understanding magic in the arcane sea. Stay with me instead. And she leans in really close to you. Until her lips are maybe an inch away from yours.
So he he starts to lean in and he just stops. This is not real and I am sorry. And he's got the classic gun at the hip kind of thing and just pops her with a firebolt. Just right in the gut with his cane.
Roll to attack.
Roll 20. Please do it. Oh. Okay, my computer is being real bad. I can hear it
Jesus
doing
Christ.
things.
Yep, stop. You rolled so many times.
Oh my jeez, whoa.
Well,
I only clicked that button twice.
The first one was a 7 to hit.
Wow, okay, what the fuck?
Amazing.
Okay. Yeah, 7 for 9.
Okay. You being shaken up from this strange encounter with your best friend, the firebolt goes wide and seems to just pass off to the side and hit the wall. And you see Lilith's face turn from one of seductive affection to surprise, and then she seems to disappear.
He just lets out a sigh of relief. Okay, well. Okay, that part's over with. Now what?
The world around you seems to slowly glow brighter and brighter until there's nothing but a white light surrounding you. And after another moment longer, you find yourself standing back in the storage room.
He's not standing.
Correction. You find yourself being held aloft in Zykiran's arms.
Whoa, what's, hi?
You're awake now, I guess. Anyway, here, I'll put you down.
Oh, thank you.
And I do so.
Oh, goodness. Oh, please be careful. Ow, ow. Oh, gosh. Oh, he's like, oh. Well, that was very peculiar.
The three of
you
you
were there.
Oops, sorry.
Do I remember being there?
No.
It was very peculiar. I saw you there, but you weren't moving.
I was where? I picked you up, and then that was it. I was trying to move you out of the room, see if that would wake you up.
It's very peculiar. What about Ilo and Faith? Are they okay?
Ilo's right here. Faith, not so much.
Faith is currently standing near the cellar, frozen, eyes completely black.
Okay, oh boy. Oh, goodness. Well,
Alo's gonna jump over there.
here's the thing.
What are you
boys,
doing?
I cannot, I do not have a certain spell prepared right now. And
Hold
I really
on.
don't want to spend 10 minutes.
Kyle, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Ilo, what are you doing?
He's gonna jump from shoulder to shoulder and jump on her shoulders and
Oh boy.
try to poke at her.
Okay. You poke at her face, and the flesh seems as still as stone. It doesn't seem like it's moving. And I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh boy.
Thought you said it wasn't contact.
No, I'm saying that the one with Eli, you did not make contact with Eli, so you didn't get to be in there.
I'm just taking off. Okay.
Have fun being a statue.
All right.
There's no sense in even adding dice to that. It's just a fail.
Ilo, about a minute goes by, where to you two, Eli and Zai, Ilo also seems to be frozen like a statue.
I want to poke Ilo.
Eli is just like.
Make a wisdom save.
18.
I'm going to ask you now whether or not you want to use your stream dice.
I do not.
Eli is just so done with you guys right now.
Eli, you watch as both Ilo and Zai are frozen in place.
He, he is just. All right.
I'm getting flashbacks to a door of sleeping.
All right. So Eli's going to use. He's gonna mage hand.
Okay.
And slap Faith. Just.
You watch the mage hand conjure up into midair, fly towards her face, and as soon as it makes contact, seems to
Oh, all right.
and fade into nothing.
It failed its wisdom save.
So after seeing that, knowing that they're going to be frozen for an unknown period of time, he's okay, fine. I'll just detect magic.
Frozen forever.
So he starts to spin. He's getting ready to take 10 minutes to cast detect magic as a ritual while they're frozen.
Okay. About a minute goes by before Ilo and Zai both come to. You both find yourselves... Well, it feels like it's only been a second since you did what you did.
You doing okay over here, Ilo? You kind of froze up.
Yeah, both
I
of you actually
didn't
froze.
freeze. She's frozen.
Both of you froze up. Give me a few more minutes. I'm gonna cast detect magic, but it's going to take a minute.
I'm gonna poke her again.
Make another wisdom save, please.
Isla doesn't sense the time going by, so he doesn't see that he's doing anything wrong.
Why don't you stop touching things? You this little kobold, jeez.
Neil, would you like to use any of your dice?
No,
course
no.
not.
Just time skip us. I'm frozen now.
You're frozen.
Every minute I'm gonna give that a shot. And then make
Wait,
this
wait.
roll.
I hear Eli tell Isla not to touch her, so
Yeah.
I try to pull him off.
You can see Eli like,
Please.
mad for probably the first time you've ever seen. He's getting just red.
Hold on a second. Zai, I need you to make a strength check first, please.
Okay, strength check, 14.
You grab onto Ilo and give a hard yank, and he seems frozen in place. And now so are you.
Arch, if you weren't ready for a boss fight, you had 3 weeks, man.
No, I'm ready for this boss fight. What I'm not ready for is the level of shit that you guys are capable of.
Alright, what are you doing in this minute that neither of us are gonna sense passes?
Who, me?
I assume you're
Yeah.
continuing with the ritual.
Yeah, I had to do. It takes 10 minutes, so you chuckle fucks have 10 minutes to take off.
Alright, Kyle, I need you to keep track of. You're on 2 minutes so far.
You want me to roll that wisdom save again?
I assume you're going to poke her again?
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna poke at her. If I don't sense the time going by. He's like waving in front of her and poking her.
Make another wisdom save, please.
And to him, the time isn't going by, so he doesn't
I'm still,
realize
like-
what's happening.
Yeah,
Eli
I'm
is
still trying to
so
pull
mad
him
right
away.
now.
Both of you make wisdom saves then. Jesus Christ.
You-
Alright, Eli, you're on minute 3 now.
Rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat, guys.
oh my god.
Minute 4.
That's 4.
Get going.
Eli is so fucking mad right now.
5.
5.
You two cut it out!
Those are decently high rolls. I'm gonna ask again, is anybody gonna use anything?
Of course not.
Neil?
Oh god. I'm gonna get yelled at if I don't. I know I am.
No, that is entirely up to you. Do not worry about viewers or anything.
I'm
That
gonna
is
get yelled at,
up
so
to
I'm
you.
going to do that.
I mean, you're getting yelled at already. Eli.
I'm enjoying this either way.
Eli is so like he's like all of his being to maintain concentration on casting this spell.
Well, here's the deal: is that I could use an inspiration die, but like technically, we kind of have like multiple advantage on this roll.
We're still stuck.
We got what? 3 more tries? 4 more?
You're about to do the 7th.
Okay, well, let's do the 7th. I'm not gonna use
Okay.
a die if we basically have just 10 attempts before Eli does things.
Roll it again.
Nope.
Oh, is it?
8. 9. Nope. And I can't even use the die on that one.
20.
There you go. It took to the
Okay.
last roll. The last roll to hit 20.
Amazing.
Out of 20 fucking rolls.
Zai,
Oh my goodness.
That was so stupid.
I was loving that. That was so entertaining.
Well, none of us felt the time passing, so that took about 10 seconds.
Eli was like yelling
Sure.
at you guys.
So Zai. Oh boy. All right, get the giggles out. Get the giggles out.
Okay.
Zai, you find yourself standing in a very dark room. The only light being a few candles that seem to be lit up in a widespread array pattern in front of you. Based on what you can tell from the little bit of light, you appear to be in some sort of church, though there are no windows and not even like a skylight or anything that would typically be in a church from what you understand. There are several stone pews lining both your left and right side. You seem to be standing in the center, I don't know what the terminology is. The center path leading up to what appears to be an altar. The altar appears to be very plain, very basic, nothing but a stone slab. And on that stone slab appears to be 2 bodies. They're not moving, and they're kind of cloaked in darkness due to the low light. You can't really make out any details from where you are. You notice that there's a small figure kneeling down in front of the altar, crying. And looking around, you notice that there's someone standing behind you. And they appear to be frozen in place. It looks like some sort of hooded figure wearing a very large brown cloak that seems to obscure their entire body and their head, even their face. And that's what you see. You are aware of your surroundings.
Oh, Faith. Are you here anywhere?
You see this figure kneeling at the altar turn around. And you get a vague outline from the candles behind this figure that they have horns, they have a tail. However, this appears to be a tiefling that is a lot shorter than what Faith is.
She right color?
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yes, because you do not have dark vision.
5.
You can't make out from where you are right
Can I
now.
tell she's like a darkish color?
Hard to say. Shades
Okay.
are very difficult to make out.
Well, I'm just gonna keep assuming since, I touched Faith to get here. Hey, Faith, what's going on?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
My name's Zai. This isn't real. Probably an illusion of some sort. Who's this person behind me?
I don't know. Where am I?
I turn around.
I want to go
Who's
home.
behind me? Yeah, we'll work on that a little bit. I look at the person behind me.
You can't make out any details. The cloak seems to be obscuring their face, and there's no
Height.
light for you to really identify them.
Height.
Huh?
Height?
Height?
How tall? Yeah, how tall are they?
They appear to be about 5'8".
Well, I do remember Ilo saying something about if I killed the person.
Oh my goodness.
I stabbed this person with a glaive.
Your glaive seems to phase through the person.
Okay, that answers that question. I walk over to Faith. Okay, Faith, what's going on here? Why don't you tell me? We'll see if we can fix it.
Make another perception check. This time just a normal one because you're closer.
10.
It's not a very hard check when you're, right in front of a person. You definitely notice that the horns appear to be the similar curve that Faith has as you know her. However, her skin, instead of being the light bluish purple that she had before, or, what did I say? She had dark purple, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Instead of having the darkish purple skin that she had before as you knew her, her skin appears to be a very, very deep red. Her eyes a very bright yellow.
Okay.
And
it's not the time to bring it up, but I'll remember.
On the altar, there are 2 tieflings, both of them lying on their backs next to each other. Their hands together, meaning they're holding each other's hands. Both tieflings have a deep reddish skin similar to that of the little girl in front of you. Very, very similar horn style, both of them having kind of the horns that kind of go back and then curl a little bit, much like a ram.
Do I see anything around here that could be used as a weapon?
There appears to be what looks like a sacrificial dagger of some sort embedded in both of the tieflings' chests. The one is a male, the other one female. And they appear to be wearing nothing. It looks like someone stripped them down completely naked and seemed to have sacrificed them.
Faith, I'm gonna need you to listen to me. I can only be here for a little bit, but I'm here to help. If that man over there starts doing anything scary or bad, I need you to take one of these daggers and protect yourself, okay?
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. 15.
Oh, okay. If he does anything bad, I'll try to fight him.
Remember, if you do that, then everything will be over soon.
Okay. I will try.
And with that, I'm gonna sit there and just try to comfort her until I disappear. Because I know I will, because I watched Ilo do it earlier.
You kneel down in front of her and kind of give her a hug, I assume. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. And she just seems to sob and cry into your chest. And I need you to make another wisdom save.
15.
You watch as your body begins to dissipate, and after a moment there is a poof, and you find yourself back in the storage room.
Well, that was weird.
Eli, what time are we on? Casting wise?
That was it. That was the 10 right there.
So the spell is about to conclude then.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about to get popping.
Ilo and Zai, you both come to. Zai being more keenly aware of what has transpired. Eli, you
red-faced and glaring at them.
You red-faced, glaring at them, complete your ritual.
What's that glare for?
You look mad.
He can't really talk because the spell it has for opponents as well.
Well, I guess if he's not talking, then can't be too much trouble. Whatever.
You complete your spell and feel magic begin to suffuse your eyes. Suffuse? Infuse? Both
Yeah, whatever.
Suffuse. Magic begins to infuse your eyes, and you see the world around you in a new light. Looking around, you see that there appears to be like a magical tether linking from the key and that lock on the cellar floor connecting to Faith as a person. Like, it seems to connect to her and create an aura around her. The School of Magic is surprising to you in that it appears to be all of them and none of them at the same time. Very similar to how shades of black and white work, where black being the presence of all color and white being the presence of none. It seems like there is that wash of black and white swirling around her, as if all of the different kinds of magic and no magic at all seems to be about her. Make a... oh, God. Make a religion check.
14. Like, every time I get to use one of those, never a high roll.
The only thing that comes to mind with this is that this is some form of work of divine. This seems to be some form of divine magic.
Interesting.
It's beyond the realm of what mortals are capable of casting.
That's terrifying. Eli just has like this strange, like, puzzled look. He's like, his head's cocking to one side, and when he kind of has this idea that it's a divine magic, he kind of just like a overwash of like fear, because that's not something that he really knows how to deal with. And the spell concludes. Gentlemen, I don't really know what to do at this point. I've never really seen something this description before.
I
Well,
poked her like 10 times.
Just do not poke her again!
I did kind of pop into her vision there and try to help out if I could. Maybe we should give her a little bit of time, see if that works.
Hey, Ilo, are you still on her shoulder?
Oh, God damn it.
It depends on whether I was successfully picked up by Zai or not.
Yeah, I've been trying to pick him up this whole time, so we're just kind of pulling him away in slow motion.
Then at this point, I would assume so. All right. I had to make sure.
Eli is so mad at y'all right now.
So what are
Did
you guys doing?
Did Eli not hear the part where I said I popped into her vision?
Yeah. What did you see?
Kind of the same stuff that I guess we all saw. Something from our past. I don't really feel like it's my place to talk about it, though. I tried to help her change something about it, see if I could get her to leave.
Right. Well, if my assumption is correct, there was a magical tether from the key to her. I would assume was the same for each of us, and it would appear that only we are capable of breaking this divine magic tether. It wasn't a school of magic that I am proficient with. It was almost as if magic was all there and was not there at the same time.
Didn't the Lord say something about the gods cursing them?
They did say that. That I really took much mind of it, but...
Well, maybe we should a little bit if this is divine magic like you're saying.
I feel like you are correct. I'm not very comfortable with this kind of magic. Let's give her a moment, and if nothing happens, then one of us needs to get in there and help her again.
Okay.
Okay. You all stand about and wait. How long are you guys planning on waiting?
5 minutes. That's
I
how long.
don't even think Eli would wait 5. I think he'd wait just like a minute.
Minute goes by.
Hey,
She's
Aldo.
still frozen.
Hey,
Huh?
Aldo. How long did it take for me to pop out after you visited me?
It was an instant.
It is just right away.
Okay. Do we all poker?
Now we poker.
First, what's your idea?
I don't. No, no. I'm not gonna do it. I need that spell slot.
Just for reference, that key doesn't turn and doesn't come out either.
Right. Do you want me to go in? I know each of you have done your part so far.
I mean, we could all just try. No harm in it, I don't think.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
All right, all three of you make a wisdom save then, please.
Holy. 17.
Nope.
Do you want us to keep going?
A second goes by, and you're all like, huh, nothing happened.
A whole second, huh?
Alright, I'm going to try something. Never mind.
Yeah, touching her doesn't do anything.
Well,
Poker
maybe-
again.
All right. Eli,
Okay,
you watch as
I'm-
Zai and Ilo both freeze again for a minute.
So I'm gonna have Bartimus come over to me,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast a spell on him since it's a touch spell. I'm gonna have him deliver it so I don't have to go through this bullshit.
Okay.
But
What's that?
I'm gonna be casting Protection from Good and Evil.
It does include celestials.
Until the
And
spell
I'm hoping
ends.
that since this is of divine origin, this might do something for us.
Harmed, frightened.
And if not, well, there goes the spell slot.
All right. You. I need you to make a wisdom save for Bartimus, please.
Okay. Oh, this
My
is gonna
mom
be-
and dad are dead. Whoo! What the fuck was that? Whoo!
Wait, that was her mom and dad?
Wisdom.
Spoilers, Arch.
Whoa! It's almost like I gave you an exact description.
Yeah, that's about right. It's a 10 for Bartimus.
You watch Bartimus freeze in place for a minute. The magic seems to infuse her body, and nothing happens. At least nothing that you can see, anyway.
Right. Well, that's very troubling.
It is a concentration spell, so I will ask whether or not you are going to continue maintaining it.
For a little bit, yeah. I'm gonna at least wait. Since I know Bartimus fucking freeze. Yeah, I'm gonna at least wait until he comes out of it and see what happens.
Okay, a minute goes by, and you watch Zai,
See,
Ilo...
poker doesn't do anything.
No, actually, one thing. I do want to do one thing. Since I noticed that he's frozen,
Yeah.
I want to transfer my senses to him, and see if that does anything.
Okay. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh, okay.
Now your brain's frozen for a minute.
21. Ugh. Bust out my brain.
Eli! You find yourself seemingly hovering in the middle of this very dark altar room. This church, it seems like. There are no lights except for a few candles interspersed, scattered about in front of you behind this altar. There are stone pews lining your left and right. You are definitely in the eyes of Bartimus. And in your case, it wasn't so much a flash of light and then you're here like it was with the visions. This was very interesting in that it basically felt like you mentally breaking through a barrier. One that is very difficult to break through.
Okay. Interesting.
You see upon the altar, Bartimus has dark vision, correct? Yeah, 120, I think, right?
He's an owl.
Yeah, dark vision, 120 for advantage on sight and hearing perception checks.
Make a perception with advantage, then, please.
All right, don't fuck this up, Bartimus.
3.
For 21.
Nope, that will absolutely do it. So you notice that there are the 2 tieflings that are laying on the altar, both of them completely naked with sacrificial daggers embedded in their chests. You notice the small girl kneeling in front of the altar crying. You notice the similarity between the familial resemblance between the girl and the 2 people on the altar. What you also notice is that on the base of the altar is a symbol. I need you, Eli, to make a religion check.
15.
That will absolutely do it. You see a circular symbol that appears to be a hilly landscape with a set of yellow eyes beneath them. You are familiar with this symbol, though it's very rare that you've seen it. This appears to be the symbol of the god below.
Okay.
And you see that there is a shadowy, cloaked figure who doesn't appear to be frozen this time as, well, you wouldn't particularly... Well, no, you would, because I ended up popping in your fucking vision. The cloaked figure does not appear to freeze in place. It doesn't seem like it has interacted with Bartimus in any way that would cause it to freeze. Bartimus just kind of flying up in the air above. You watch as this cloaked figure makes his way up to where the little girl is at the altar. And you watch him kneel down and lower his hood. From where you are, you can really only see the back of his head, but you see a full head of long black hair. Human ears. And you hear him say in a very hushed but soothing voice, "You poor child. No one should have to go through what you have." And you see the little girl turn around, trying to wipe away tears. Who are you? I was a friend of your family's. I am sorry that this happened to them. But know that the people that did this are taken care of. And from where your perspective is, you see him kind of brush aside the cloak and show her something. And you hear an audible gasp from her, and she's, after a moment, says, You killed them? All of them?" I made sure that there was no one left alive who would do this to my friends. This is no place for you to be, Faith. Let me take you to a church that knows how to treat a child, that knows how to raise them to be like me, to fight those who would do wrong unto others. You can help others so that something like this, and you see him gesture at the 2 bodies, does not happen. And you watch her kind of sob, take a deep breath, turn back to her parents and say, "I'm going to go be a protector. I'll make you proud." And you see her reach out and grab this man's hand. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for Bartimus.
8.
I need you to roll a d6 for me, please.
Boy.
I really hope that it takes damage.
Alright, so, you feel the connection break between you and Bartimus and this vision. Bartimus comes back, as do the others from their frozen stupor. The connection that you had with Bartimus, however, was a very sharp jerk as you were basically thrust out of this vision, and you take 6 psychic damage.
So you can just poke her, and it never does anything.
Yeah, Eli like falls down, like just like collide. It's like someone like pushes him down. He just like falls back and just and like, is grabbing his head. Oh, that was painful. Oh, none of you saw that, did you?
Saw what?
Of course not.
You think too hard about it and
Wait,
hurt yourself.
Did you see the church and stuff?
I'm assuming that Faith is still in a stupor.
Yeah, she's still frozen.
Oh, goodness. Oh. Okay. I think I understand what's happening. Oh, my head.
I mean, I think it's something to do with that man, but he froze, so I don't really know what's going on when I was there.
She's doing what she was supposed to do. She's going with him. I assume that it's who brought her to the church. It's so she keeps going with him over and over.
So do we just get poking Faith until one of us gets in and convinces her not to go with them?
All right. I will not be using Bartimus next time, though, because... I can't do that again. I cannot...
Eli, make a Arcana check.
22!
To put it simply, from your educated understanding, what you just did was, you crossed the streams.
Yeah.
And you're not supposed to cross the streams.
Yeah. Here, let me... Oh, goodness, give me a moment to get my head straight.
Can we just use the take a 20 rule? So we don't have to roll 800 things until we get a high enough thing, because we're just going to do this forever.
Neil, stop it. Onyx, roll me a d20.
17.
It takes you about almost an hour of continually poking at Faith before roll.
I mean, I feel like Eli would have a much better, because I've got like a +4 wisdom.
If we're doing this, then I'm just doing it based on numbers rather than continuous rolling.
Okay.
Roll me a d3. All 3 of you make it in, then we'll say.
Oh, wow.
It takes a long time of you guys essentially poking at Faith, but eventually all 3 of you find yourselves consciously aware, standing in this dark temple. You see the candles behind the altar, you see the altar itself, you see the 2 bodies upon it, you see the little girl kneeling in front of it, and behind you there is the frozen person.
Okay, so the way that I see this... Well,
I start walking up to Faith.
He's going to walk up to her and show her something. I couldn't see what. But that convinced her that he killed everyone and for her to go with him. I feel like if we tell her that, then it happens, she knows what to look out for. We can tell her that this is going to happen, and that we need her, that this isn't real, and that we need her to do something completely opposite, and don't go with him.
Eli, I don't think logic is going to work. That's a small child who just lost both the parents.
We could tell her that he did it. Initial stabbing.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
That's quite brutal, but
Well, I mean, if they get to talk, then this is over, right?
Eli, or not Eli, Ilo, you want to go to take care of that?
Sure. Hi, Faith.
Who are you? Where
You
am I?
know who I am.
Who are you?
It's hard to explain. So listen, something has happened, and none of this is real.
What do you mean it's not real?
Okay. That man behind you, you see him?
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you, okay? Because we are friends. You don't know it, but we are friends.
Make a persuasion check.
20.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
We're trying to help you. So, here's the thing, is that man is bad. And he's going to do something bad. He's going to kill you.
You see her face turn a lighter color red. Seems like that's the tiefling version of going pale.
But
She kind
that's
of like
why I'm
scrambles away. She's like really scared.
here. No, grab one of those daggers.
What?
See?
Where?
Listen, I'm here to help. We're not going to let that happen, yes? So grab one of those.
Okay. You see her scramble up the side of the altar.
And here's the important part. He has magics, okay? So you can't let him speak.
Okay. You see her shaking hand, little child tiefling hand, reach out and seem to hesitate for a moment, reaching over the dagger of her mother. The dagger stuck in her mother's chest. And then she pulls it out with a spurt of blood that kind of shoots up in the air.
Come on, let's go over there.
Oh, okay. She gets back down off the altar, holding the sacrificial dagger.
As soon as you do this, everything is over. And you are safe.
I need all three of you to make a wisdom save, please.
21.
Alright, this is the first time you guys have actually passed, or well, one of you has passed that. Zai and Ilo, you watch as your body begins to fade away from existence, and then poof, you find yourself back in the storage room. Eli, you find yourself turning translucent, but not disappearing from existence in this world. You seem to almost turn invisible in a sense, like you're no longer part of the picture. And it seems like the world suddenly comes to life around you, and you watch as Faith, now standing in front of the altar holding this dagger, kind of holds it and seems to be just kind of shaking in place. And you watch as the cloaked person walks over and kneels down in front of her and opens his mouth to say something. And you watch Faith suddenly lash out with the dagger and slash across the guy's throat.
Oh dear.
And with a sudden start, you are forcibly ejected from the vision and find yourself back in the storage room. All three of you notice that Faith is now standing, or rather she was. She drops to her knees and begins trembling.
Okay, guys, we're such great people for doing this.
What?
Faith, are you okay over there?
I
wanna kneel
remember
next.
everything, yes?
No,
I want to kneel next to her and just put my hand on her shoulder.
that was weird.
Yes.
It was definitely not pleasant.
You saw it? She turns around and looks at the three of you, like, kind of scared. Like, you all saw it?
I just nod.
Some of us more than others.
Oh.
We were all stuck in something.
All four of you feel something kind of itchy scratching at your skin in different places, though. Eli, for you feel like a really itchy, like you gotta scratch it on your left palm. Ilo, you feel like this deep, irritating itch that seems to be coming from center chest.
It's like one of those, like, where your bone itches.
Yeah, Zai,
Ugh.
you get that itch, but it appears to be directly over your heart. And you watch Faith suddenly start, like, scratching at the side of her neck. And then it goes away about 10 seconds later. All three of you make a perception check.
Crit fail.
20.
That's good. Let me make sure I have the correct thing here. Alright, so, Eli, you don't notice anything. You're too busy going, God blast this itch in my hand. Ilo and Zai, you notice that where Faith was itching at, there appears to be now almost like a tattoo of a perfect circle, and inside the circle appears to be a raven in flight. Both of you, since you two saw, make a religion check.
What the fuck?
This is kind of script or just a symbol.
Just a
Like,
symbol.
do I get my expertise on it?
That's just for, like, magic writing and shit, yeah?
Yeah, but it counts for religious stuff as well.
Not in this case, no, because it's just a symbol.
Okay.
Okay, Ilo?
Religion check?
Yep.
That's my specialty. Once I find it. Nat 20 though.
It is your
I don't know
special.
why it hit twice.
Amazing.
Like,
Zai, you've seen it before, but it doesn't ring a bell.
I feel like it's in a different life.
Ilo, you actually recognize this symbol from your time at sea. You've seen sailors, including those on your ship, have small, like, holy symbols that they would, like, kiss and pray to whenever setting sail on a new voyage. You recognize this to be the symbol for the god of air. Eli, being that yours is the most visible, and also I imagine you are itching at it.
Yeah.
You notice that in the center of your palm there appears to be a tattoo-like design of a perfect circle, and within it is a single mountain peak. If you would like, you can make a religion.
oh my goodness.
Well then,
Okay.
you definitely know what this one is. And I'll give you the whole fucking information about it since you got a fucking high roll on that too. Actually, Neil, let me go back. I'll go back and give you your description as well, because with that, you probably know what it.
Whose was mine on?
The god of air was on Faith.
Okay.
So
She's not going to be happy about that.
Ilo, you know that those who worship the god of air typically are fickle and chaotic in nature, typically never remaining in one place and having capricious personalities. Generally, the followers of the god of air are often seen traveling, and I quote, wherever the winds may take them. They're usually seen as fickle people playing pranks or doing whatever whims they fancy at the time.
I'm a leaf on the wind.
That being said, a lot of sailors will worship the god of air for obvious reasons pertaining to boats and such. Eli, you recognize this to be the symbol for the god of earth. Those who worship the god of earth are typically believers in stoicism. They are slow to change and not easily moved. Typically, the followers of the god of earth remain in the same place, their views and beliefs unchanging.
Okay. Interesting.
The rest of you guys are standing there. Faith just goes, that was really weird.
I did see the mark on her neck, though, right?
Yeah, you saw hers.
I want to move my shirt out of the way and look at my mark, or
Yeah.
my itch, to see if I have one.
Same.
Both of you make another religion check.
Okay, mine's fire. Or I want to argue for advantage.
I was about to say, go ahead and give advantage on that, please.
Sweet, I like advantage.
Zai, yours is definitely the symbol for the God of Fire. You are very keenly aware of what the God of Fire stands for. I'm not going to go through the entire thing, but you know it's more of a from life comes destruction, from destruction comes life.
Yep, I get to sing the circle of life over and over again.
That whole spiel, yeah. You're also aware that those who worship the God of Fire usually have very deep burning passion, as they call it, for whatever it is that they pursue in life. Ilo. Ilo, yours is a perfect circle with a hilly landscape with a set of yellow eyes beneath it.
Oh, fuck.
Hello.
You very vaguely recognize the symbol. You're not entirely sure what it means, though. You've never really seen this in your travels. Or at least if you have, it didn't stand out that much to you.
That's strange.
Yeah, Eli is like, he like looks down, his ain't scratching. Looks down. What is it? What is this? And like, I'm assuming like everyone else is kind of like, he like looks up and sees you guys checking yourself. Wait, we all. What are you guys looking at?
Well, I have a symbol of the God of Fire on my chest, right above my heart, actually.
Eli just kind of like holds up his hand. I have one of the God of Earth.
All four of you hear a very loud click, and turning, you see the key that's still in the lock turn all the way, and the cellar hatch seems to lift up ever so slightly. Eli, in the back of your mind, you hear a very deep rumbling voice that seems to just say, "You are worthy." And then nothing else.
Say that again, it cut out.
Okay, it wasn't just me, I was about to ask.
It says, "You are worthy."
Okay.
Okay, was that not worthy or are worthy?
You're cutting out because your volume,
Yeah.
your settings in Discord cut out at a certain
Oh, that's annoying.
decibel,
so it's saying
your
you
low
are
voice isn't loud.
It's saying you are worthy in a very cool, deep voice that
Yeah.
I'm doing that you apparently can't hear.
We heard it, just not the pause between worthy and are.
Okay, Ilo, you hear a voice in the back of your mind that just seems to say, "You are worthy. Interesting." And that's all you hear. Zai, you hear a bit different of a voice. And it seems to say in the back of your mind, "You are worthy. I'm not surprised." And that's it. And I'm not going to say what Faith hears.
Yeah.
Well, that was a cool little experiment. Apparently Discord really hates the word worthy.
Apparently.
I don't understand why. Worthy is like... I guess it's because it's a very windy word.
That time when you said it worked. Just every time you did it in a voice, it cut out.
Discord has no respect for my voices.
Fix your settings.
It's not like I was practicing those voices at work or anything, talking to myself, making myself look crazy in front of customers or anything.
It's okay, you are crazy, we know.
You are not worthy.
You just walk up to a customer. You are worthy.
I am
Thank
surprised.
thank you. Where is the milk? Oh, it's right over here, sir.
You are worthy. Shows the milk.
You're a bit touched in the head, aren't you?
You are not worthy.
Hey, Faith?
Yeah.
Do you just hear a creepy voice in your head?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't going to say that.
Oh,
Well, I mean, it wasn't really so creepy. I mean, it sounded kind of nice, but it's not the voice I'm used to hearing, kind of.
well, I kind of think that any voice that just shows up in your head's probably kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Well, I have my voice in
expecting
my
a
head.
voice.
That's not pretty weird. I mean,
Oh,
we all hear our own voices in our head, right? That's just not just me, right?
That one didn't just show up. That one's probably been there for a while.
Okay. All right.
So you don't remember the visions that you...
I remember.
You aren't supposed to kill that person, huh?
It's a bit of a long story.
Sorry I made you do that.
it had to be done, Ilo. She
I
would have been stuck in a
imagine-
loop.
I would have been stuck, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Shall we head down to the basement?
I suppose the cellar hatch is open now. And Eli's just kind of like
Alright.
staring at this little patch on his hand. He's just like, I don't understand.
Let's
Mine is mountains underneath eyes.
other way around.
Oh, you're
It's on my chest, so I'm looking down at it. I did that on purpose.
Upside down mountains.
Hills, by the way, Neil. It's a hilly landscape.
so you have a marking from the god below.
I don't know anything about that one.
And
Well-
we'll talk about it later.
I'm apparently worthy, so whatever that means, let's go.
This is all very curious.
All right.
Please, gentlemen, after you.
Yep, I'll go first.
Eli's gonna hang back and like grab Faith by the shoulder to have her hang back for a second as well.
Okay. The other two climb down. Faith stops as she's about to go down. What?
I'm assuming that I'm on top of his shoulder.
On Zai's shoulder, probably.
That's your spot.
Just assume that.
What are you doing?
Oh, hello.
Okay, there he goes. My computer just tried to go to sleep.
Amazing.
So Eli just kind of grabs her shoulder and kind of
What?
does the thing where you try to make eye contact with him. I'm very sorry. I think I saw the most. I'm sorry. And he just kind of looks down at the ground and pats her on the shoulder. And then he will head down the stairs.
All right. She climbs down behind you. I'm not going to bother with a grid or map or anything because we're not going to need it for this. It's a pretty small room. So, you all climb down the ladder that goes down into the cellar. You find yourself in a very humid, dark room. Zai, you can't see anything.
I light a torch.
You light a torch. In the cellar, it appears to be a square room. Not that large in size, maybe 30 feet by 30 feet. From where you are, to the south along the wall, you can see that there are rows upon rows of barrels stacked on top of each other on their sides. All of them appear to be untouched. There's a thick layer of dust upon them, as well as some cobwebs. Across the floor, there appears to be scattered pieces of wood that looked like they were once part of shelves, some sort of storage. You can see broken shards of glass scattered and strewn about the floor. You can see what looks like stains of long since dried up alcoholic beverages of some sort. Most likely wine. And floating in the middle of the room is what appears to be almost like a black cloak floating on its own, tendrils of shadow wisping and floating about it that seem to just trail off into the air and seem to move of their own accord without any wind or anything to move them. Think very much like a Dementor in Harry Potter. And this floating creature seems to turn in the air and look at you. And I need all of you to roll initiative.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pee very quickly. I have to pee very.
Sure, you know what? Let's take a quick 5-minute break before we dive into this boss battle.
There was no good time for me to do it in any of the...
I know, I'm sorry. We're gonna go on a BRB, guys, and then we will start things up.
Oh.
Alright, we are back as we are about to start this boss fight. Let me get the music going.
Yes, his name was Walter.
So, as we begin the round, Ilo,
Yeah.
your turn.
Oh man. So I see the bad guy.
It is a terrifying Dementor-looking creature.
I'm gonna run up to it and do like a jumping stab.
Okay.
Just a melee.
Alright. And you're using your scale dagger?
Yes, I use that for melee.
Okay.
I don't think I've done that one yet. But he's just gonna run up to it and do it.
Alright, go for it.
Man, that's 13 to hit.
That will hit.
That hits. Okay, for 5 damage.
Alright.
And then offhand is worse. 10.
That will not hit.
Figured that much.
So you run up and slashing at this creature with both of your daggers, the first one managing to seem to cut through this black material and actually slice through it, leaving a gash. And you hear it make kind of like a... You will pay for that. Your second slash coming up to try to get it, but this time it's ready and it kind of like floats out of the way as you slash at it. Anything else?
No, but for just visualizing this, how big is this room?
30 by 30.
30 by 30, big open room. Okay.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's it.
Legendary action.
Oh, good.
Oh, yay.
Okay.
You see this creature seem to rear back and let out this high-pitched wail of terror that seems to emanate and bounce off the walls in the room. I need everybody to make a wisdom save, please.
Why? I have a fucking +4.
That was for Faith. All right. Oh boy. So let's see. Zai and Faith passed. Ilo and Eli.
Yeah.
You are both
Fuck, aren't we?
you are both considered frightened for 1 minute.
Motherfucker.
Great.
At the end of each of your turns, you can make another wisdom save. On a success, the effect ends.
Oh, frightened. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while their fear is in line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. Awesome.
You are correct. And I am sorry about this, but according to the initiative order, this is how it's going to end up being. There's a lair action.
Yep.
You watch as the shadows in the corners of the room seem to coalesce at this creature's beck and call. And, you know what? Kyle, roll me a d4.
Oh boy.
Who is this gonna kill?
1.
All right, Eli, I need you to make a con save, please.
Oh yeah, I'm real good at that. 5.
I think you got it.
Jesus Christ. All right. Kyle, Eli, as you're standing there suddenly cowering in fear at this horrifying creature letting out this terrible wailing noise, the shadows in the room seem to coalesce and form like this shadowy whip that flies through the air and hits you in the face. And seems to seep into your eyes.
Oh!
You are considered blinded for 1 minute.
Hey, you know what that means, though? The target of your fear is no longer in your line of sight.
Oh!
Like I was gonna get close.
It's true. But you know
Anyway.
but you know what's funny is that you still
I
have
would've had-
disadvantage anyways.
Yeah. So,
At the end of each of your turns, you can make another con save. On a success, the blindness will fade.
okay.
I'm going to need you to keep track of that because I cannot.
Right.
I have a lot of things I'm trying to keep track of right now.
Oh yeah, I noticed. Well, at least Magic Missile doesn't need an attack roll.
I think you actually need to be able to see your target though, because me and Onyx had a very long argument about that.
We did.
That you can see within range, motherfucker.
Mhm, yep, I'm aware.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
One
well,
time!
I died because of it.
My bad. It's Faith's turn.
boy, I think Eli's just like leaving at this point.
Bye.
Oh boy.
Motherfucker.
Now 6 more legendary actions.
No. He only has one. Yeah, you know what? Because I like the idea of you guys having some control over this. One of you roll a d20.
Okay. 18.
Okay. So Faith, seeing the shadows coalesce and it's assailing your eyes, Eli, Faith runs over to you. Well, more just kind of sidesteps over because you guys are pretty close together. And you feel her hand rest on your shoulder, and you hear her say, "The god of water has your back. Get him." Eli, roll me a d20.
$14.
You feel restorative magical energy course through your body, and your vision is restored as she uses lesser restoration on you.
Ooh. Awesome.
Target of fear is back in line of sight.
Hey, I can see him. I can hit him with magic. I wasn't gonna get close to him anyways.
And that is all she can do.
Awesome.
Zai.
Cleric for the win, baby.
What you doing,
Okay.
Zai?
Zai, who is not scared of the stupid crying floaty thing, is just going to run at it and hit it with his magical glaive.
Alright.
17 for 13.
That will absolutely do it.
As a bonus action, that one.
Bonus action, when a creature hits you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against that creature. It lasts for 4 rounds. Alright. Keep track of the rounds for me.
Yep. Action surge.
Okay.
And another glaive attack.
Alright.
19 for 9.
Nice. What does this look like?
Okay, I need to know if it has like a physical body for me to hit first. Or if like I hit it and it billows everywhere.
You hit it and it billows kind of thing.
Okay, so my first attack, I'm like bracing myself to hit something, and then as I go through, just some like smoke and stuff scatters everywhere.
Yep.
So the next attack comes up from the bottom and just like goes through its entire body in one smooth motion and like splits it in half for a second before it reforms.
I like it. That sounds pretty badass. And that's exactly what happens. Alright. Eli, you are no longer blinded, but you are still frightened.
Right. Alright, so I am gonna do... typing this out so I don't have to click that button 1.5 million times.
That's fine.
But I'm casting Magic Missile
Uh-huh.
as a 2nd level spell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I am converting it to radiant damage. So it'll be 4d4 plus 4.
Cool.
16. Oh, that's actually pretty good. So Eli, so what happens is Eli is like, he's like doing like, Faith comes over and does the restoration on him, and he looks at her and nods, and then like he's still like shaking, but he's not like, and as his eyesight comes back in, he's kind of like leaning towards Faith, trying to get like behind her essentially.
Yep.
And then just like levels his cane and blasts off these radiant magic missiles.
All right.
And
that
then
is 16 damage.
Yeah, 16 radiant damage. And then he's gonna can you actually he's just gonna like get behind Faith.
Sure.
He wants to get some distance between him and this thing.
And you do so. Make a wisdom saving throw.
22. Yeah.
You are no longer frightened.
All right.
Seeing your magic missiles impact this creature and seem to do damage to it, you're like, I'm not scared of this thing. I'm fine. Not sure why I was even scared.
All right. Bartimus, go help out. Go help out Ilo real quick.
No,
No.
I'm scared.
You can attack. You'll have disadvantage and advantage cancel out, so it'll be a regular attack.
But I've got another plan.
Okay.
On the
Yeah.
first, at least.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have him help out. Zai instead.
All right.
We'll just say Isla doesn't look very confident.
Actually, that brings up a good thing that I forgot. Make a wisdom saving throw for Bartimus, please.
Oh, that's true.
Because Bartimus was in range.
It's okay, owls are very wise.
18.
That was with advantage.
Oh. Yeah.
It was an 18 anyways. You're good.
It didn't matter.
All right. Yeah, so Bartimus flies over and starts like fucking with the specter, like just flapping in his face.
That's it. Bartimus, get him. Show him who's boss.
Okay. Now it's its turn.
And that was my last first level spell slot.
Sup,
Hooray.
Walter, let's go.
All right, Walter is gonna
actually,
go.
sorry. I cast at a 2nd level.
You did.
So that was my last.
Does Walter go
second level.
before me?
He had a legendary action.
Oh.
This is his real turn.
So Walter is going to look down at the two of you in front of him.
I want to wink at him.
I'm gonna let fate decide. Okay. Zai. Walter looks down at you and takes one of his, like, it's not like, it's almost clawed, this black, wispy, smoky hand and reaches out towards you. And you feel this kind of like siphoning energy begin pulling at you.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I'm gonna roll it on my end. Because I want to have fun. Come here, new dice.
Use your old crappy dice.
No, I'm using my new dice that I just got.
How you gonna murder us?
We'll see if Skull Splitter dice does the job or not. Travis, go up here. Come on. The fans paid for this camera. You need to be on it. Oh boy. Alright, let's see. Whoop, fuck. That didn't count. It was cock that fell on the keyboard. Does a 20 hit your AC?
In fact, it does.
Okay, you take Here's my... Nope, not you. Yep, there you are.
That doesn't sound good.
You take 11 necrotic damage.
Cool.
And I need you to make a con save.
First I hit it for 9 damage.
You do. You hit it for 9 damage as it begins sucking out your life.
Okay, 19.
Okay, you feel the tug of this dark energy pulling at your very soul. And you're able to resist it, though it still hurts.
Cool. Let me roll a con save to maintain concentration. Okay, I did that too.
You did do that too. Alright. And... yes, he does have that. Okay. Walter is going to turn semi-corporeal.
Huh.
And you watch him slowly float across the room.
Out of my range?
Out of your range.
Wait, does that use my reaction? It does. Never mind.
Ilo, are you going to take a swing at him?
If it's moving past, then yes.
Alright, you are at disadvantage because you're frightened.
Yep. Nope.
That will miss.
Nope.
So, you all watch as Walter seems to turn semi-corporeal, float across the room slowly, until he's right in front of Faith and Eli.
Oh, no!
All you see is this big, billowing black mass floating in the air in front of you.
No! Go away! I went here to get away from him!
And that is his turn. Ilo, before you get to go, all four of you notice a dark red glowing orb seem to float through the ceiling and come down in the middle of the room. And you watch as a shock of electricity flies out towards this black figure.
I love you, Abel. And you said I shouldn't talk to the glowing orbs.
Unfortunately, it seems that Walter was able to avoid the damage. You
Wait.
watch this... What?
Did Walter see him come through the ceiling? Because if not, then he gets advantage for being unseen.
That is true. That is very true.
Damn it!
Didn't even matter. You watch this jolt of electricity shoot out and seem to just harmlessly pass through the black material of Walter.
So what you're saying, he shoots it in a straight line, it goes right through him and into Faith and myself.
No,
Killing us.
no, I'm not. I don't do like shit like that.
Oh, God.
And I need to add Abel.
Don't talk to floating balls of flight. Uh-huh.
Hey,
Wasting all of our time.
it paid off this one time. Oh, shit.
Okay. Ilo,
Okay.
you
well,
now see that Abel has apparently come to your aid.
So, I'm reading something. Hold on. Is it still within 10 feet of me?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll say that I
Actually,
can't move towards it now, can I?
No, you cannot move closer to it. since
Well,
you're
fuck. That
frightened.
ruined my plan.
Yeah, as part of being frightened, you cannot move closer to the target of the source of
Yeah.
your fear.
no, he would be just outside of your range.
When do I make that save?
At the end of your turn.
At the end of my turn. Okay. Well then,
I
I
will
have to
stand there
find
and
something
peeve a
else
little
to
bit.
do now.
If You beg?
That's what I was gonna do, but that's a 10-foot radius.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I can't go up to it and do that.
Hey guys, give me like a quick, 2-minute BRB. I just had something come up I need to take care of.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
And we all died. The end.
Yep, sorry about that, guys. Anyways, moving along. So Isla, what are you doing?
Well, now that she's out of my range, I'm just gonna throw a dagger at her with disadvantage, I guess.
Who's her?
Him. Ghost.
Okay.
Non-gender
Walter?
identified.
He has a name, Neil.
Yeah.
Well,
He may be undead as fuck, but
eat this, Walter. 12 for 6.
That's gonna miss.
Hooray.
use a fucking dice, Neil. You know a 13 hits it.
It's only 6 damage. Alright, I'll use my D4,
You use like
my
yeah,
lowest
you,
one.
it doesn't even matter. You 1. You hit it.
There.
Okay. Your D4 is gone, and you hit it.
Man, my resources are dwindling.
Your resources are dwindling. Has 3 stream dice.
Yeah.
I
All
only
right.
have 3 left.
Yeah, you've got a D8, a D10, and a D12. You have the 3 highest. All right, so you hit it for 6 damage.
And now I make my save.
Yeah, make your wisdom save.
5.
Beautiful.
You are still frightened.
Good God.
Amazing.
Good.
All right, and it is Faith's turn now. Faith is going to look at everyone and say a prayer to the god of water. I need Neil.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a d20.
Roll a d20. 4.
Okay. You hear Faith calling out a prayer, a plea for aid to the god of water. And none seems to come. Seems like the spell was beginning to coalesce, but seems to have fizzled and just not worked. And Faith looks very perturbed by this.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And that's her turn.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Zai.
Demi. I'm gonna run back over to it since it ran away from me. Like a coward, and then hit it with my glaive again.
Do it.
19 for 5.
That'll hit it.
And then I'm gonna heal myself because that last attack really hurt.
Okay.
Okay, and that's my turn. I still have my thing up.
Awesome. Lair action. Or not, oh fuck, I forgot the lair action actually.
You did, it's too late.
Too late. Yep, that's fine.
I remembered it, but I really didn't want to tell you because it sucks.
Legendary action at the end of your turn. He's going to let out another wail of terror. I need everybody to make another wisdom save. Except for those of you who are still affected by it.
Okay, I'm scared.
This isn't one of those, like, if once you pass it, you're not affected for 24 hours?
No.
Oh, but... Yeah, wisdom.
Condition,
6.
immunities. You know, funny enough, will-o-wisps are not immune to frighten.
I think Dragonborn are.
No.
Okay.
There's no way.
Good job, Abel. And let's see, how about you, Faith? Very nice.
Sweet. Everyone except Kyle.
Alright, so let's see, who fucked?
Get him, Kyle.
Zai,
Come on.
Abel, and Faith are all frightened.
Oh, shit.
Eli, you're not having any of that nonsense.
Alright, well, I was gonna cast another magic missile, but I'm not gonna do that now.
Alright, so Eli, it's now your turn.
Fuck me, man.
Mass unfrightened.
Alright,
You see that now some of your companions are quaking in their proverbial boots.
By some, he means all.
hey! Question!
Yeah.
Did my protection from good and evil ever actually go off on Faith?
That only lasts 10 minutes.
It did only last 10 minutes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to cast it on her again to make sure that she cannot be frightened. And if she is frightened, she will not be frightened any longer. Faith, do not waste this. My
Cast
last
it?
spell slot.
I think they just get advantage if they're already frightened.
Protect creatures that have advantage on attack rolls against target. Target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. Target is already. Target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect. Yep, so Faith will have advantage on her next save. Okay.
Alright.
Mark off the first level spell slot.
So he comes up and puts a hand on her shoulder and casts the spell, and says to her, no offense, but you might want to try and pray to that, she had a god of air, that's right. You might want to try a prayer to the god of air next time.
Okay. She gives you a look as if you just pissed in her Cheerios.
Oh, I don't mean it to be like in a.
That's how she took it. She took it as you just pissed in her Cheerios.
Does she not know that she has that tattoo?
None of you
It's on
told her.
back, so she can't see it.
Oh fuck. Okay, well then he would not have said that at all.
All right. Anything else, Eli?
Artemis, come here! Help Faith! Or is it Faith? Who's here? Faith and is Zai over here too?
Yep.
Isn't Bartimus still scared of the thing?
No, Bartimus succeeded. Oh, Bartimus actually needs to make another save.
Yeah.
God, so many things to keep track of.
As I was saying, isn't Bartimus still afraid of that thing?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Alright,
In fact, wow, good call, Zai. Yes.
Artemis, come here! Come here!
If you cast protection,
Oh,
from
fuck you! Woo, fuck you!
If you cast protection on good and evil on Simon, whatever his new name is, I'm
Abel?
gonna call him Simon. Now. Yeah. Does it just kill it?
I don't want to find out. Okay, so is there anywhere for me to hide in here, take cover, anything for me to not be out in the open?
There's some barrels in the back.
Yeah, but they're all stacked up against the wall.
Alright, I'm gonna stay over here with Faith and have faith.
Okay. It's Walter's turn.
Oh boy.
Uh,
I have made poor decisions, I feel
Neil,
like.
since you're not involved in this brawl, roll me a d3.
Oh boy.
1.
I like that number.
Oh.
Eli,
What?
does a 19 hit your AC, sir?
Yeah, it does.
That's what I want to hear.
That's not what I want to hear.
You take 8 necrotic damage, and I need you to make a con save, please.
It's a 7.
Okay, the damage that you just took,
Oh my god, yeah. I know this is
subtract that off of your max HP as well, please.
going. Yeah. Alrighty.
And you all notice that as Walter siphons some of the essence out of Eli, he looks a little bit less
You
tattered.
thought I was old.
You're looking old. You're looking
yeah,
real
you just
old.
thought I looked old.
Alright.
Damn it, Eli, stop healing the thing.
Plus
I
8.
feel very good. Eli really doesn't look good. FYI.
Oh boy.
Well, I can't get over there, so.
Alright, so Abel's turn. Abel is going to, let's see, because Abel's actually now at a disadvantage because Abel is scared.
He's scared.
Abel's gonna try to shock it again. That was a 17 and a natural 20. So that absolutely hits.
See, now that he has disadvantage, sure, let's go.
5 plus 7. Damn, Abel. So that's 12 lightning damage. Reduced to 6. Okay, so you watch Abel shoot out another jolt of this electricity, and this time it seems to hit Walter, and it arcs through bits of the cloth, but it doesn't seem to have the same effect you expect it to.
Yeah, talking to floating balls of light. Horrible idea.
Okay, Zai, we get it.
Ilo!
Okay.
Oh, hold on a second, because Abel gets to make another wisdom save.
Yeah, do it, Abel.
Nope.
Never
Never mind.
mind.
Never mind. Alright, Ilo, what you doing?
The only thing I can do.
Run away.
Well, I can't. I'm like in the middle of this room and everyone else is not. And I'm scared, so I can't like leave or do anything basically.
No, because they're all by the exit.
Yes. But I can do Dissonant Whispers.
Sure.
It needs to make a DC 12 Wisdom saving throw.
That was a non-natural 20.
Great.
So it takes half damage?
Yep, 4.
Or psychic damage. Okay, yeah. And it doesn't have resistance. Very nice. Anything else, sir?
I'm just standing here, so no.
Alright, make your wisdom save.
Nope.
You are still scared. Alright, and this time lair action, because I fucking remembered.
Dang it.
Roll a Zai. Roll me a d5. Okay. Zai, I need you to make a con save, please.
Oops, that's disadvantage. Ignore that.
That was 17 you got.
Yep.
Alright. The shadows coalesce and lunge at your face, and you are able to resist their blinding effects.
I just waved it on my face. Go away. Stop it. I'm trying to concentrate.
You merely adopted the darkness. I was born in it, molded by it. Alright, so, it is Faith's turn. So, you gave her protection, so at the end of her turn, she's gonna have advantage. She's still frightened, though.
Right.
And you gave her advantage on an attack, thanks to,
No, he couldn't get.
Oh
close.
yeah, he couldn't get close, huh?
He's over there with Ilo trembling.
Alright, Faith is gonna look really concerned, and she's gonna shout, "Get away!" And she's gonna cast Thunderwave.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh god.
Oh.
So I'm gonna...
Max damage. It looks like.
Hey, Onyx, roll me a d20.
Okay. 13.
Alright, the spell works. In which case, Walter needs to make a DC 13 con save. And horribly fails.
So, like,
okay.
Am I inside this thing? Or do I just have to make one con save?
You are in the attack radius, yes.
Okay, so this is against the attack. I need to take disadvantage off.
Well, you passed either way.
And then this is for not being stunned for a whole turn. Sweet. I think I failed.
Yes, you did.
Yep, DC 12.
So you take 6 thunder damage and are not moved. However, the loud noise rings
I'm
through
gonna
your
use
ears.
D8. Okay, I passed it.
You did. You're using your D8?
I am. I can't be stunned for a whole turn. Or let anyone know, like Ilo, that this works.
Okay. So you are not stunned for your turn. You take half damage and are not pushed. Walter takes the full brunt of the spell.
Why does everyone keep hitting me with thunder damage spells?
It does have resistance, so that is okay. Hey Ilo,
Yeah.
you hear a loud boom, and you see
Sure do.
Walter is now in front of you as he gets
good.
thrust backwards by the spooky loud boom from Faith.
Lovely.
Very lovely, in fact. All right, so that is Faith's
She
turn.
needs to make an advantage saving throw.
Yes, she does. Advantage, wisdom save. Amazing, Faith. Truly astounding.
What the fuck?
Can I use a free action to flip her off?
That is a free action, but there are always consequences.
God.
All right, so that is the end of Faith's turn.
Maybe pray to the god of air next time. Flips her off. Well, this is a good way to get rid of her, guys. So you got that going.
End of Faith's turn, legendary action. Walter is going to turn around looking down at you, Ilo, and he is going to attempt to siphon your life essence.
That sounds like a good time.
Does a non-natural 20 hit you?
Surprisingly enough, yes.
Oh, all right, great.
I'd like to point out he's rolled 2 20s and a 19 now.
Alright.
Well, he got yeah. It was a non-natural.
Well, yeah, 2 non-natural 20s and a 19.
Yep. You take 10 necrotic damage, and I need you to make a Constitution save.
God.
— 13.
Your max HP is reduced by 10, and you watch as
Right.
Walter seems to be reinvigorated.
Stop healing him.
How do I make that not happen? Onyx, you just tell me that. I'll do it.
Roll better.
All right. So Zai, it's your turn.
Yep, I'm within 10 feet of him, so I can still hit him with my little weapon.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, and... Oh, wait, just a second. I took damage earlier.
And you're frightened, I believe.
Yeah, just a second. Okay, I no longer am concentrating on my thing.
Okay.
And so, disadvantage on my attack. 18 for 11.
That'll still hit.
Sweet. That's my turn.
Awesome. Good thing you have that ranged weapon, otherwise you would have been screwed.
Yay! I've learned my
All
lesson.
right, Eli. Zai, make your wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Oh boy. Alright, this is...
I'm gonna guess I'm still frightened.
Yes, you are. All right, Eli.
Alright.
What up?
So, have I noticed that Faith's spells are being a little...
Make a perception.
The last one worked as intended.
That's true. 14.
You definitely notice that something seems odd about that. Usually magic will coalesce no matter what the case.
Okay. So Eli is just going to... he's pointing his cane around her, and he's gonna cast Firebolt.
Okay.
24 to hit for 3 fire damage.
That'll
Wow.
hit. Does he have resistance to fire? You know, funny enough, he does. So that's one damage.
While he's doing that, he's like shouting at Faith. Faith, you have a marking on your neck. We all have one. It's the god of air. I don't know what it's about, but try praying to that one instead of next time.
I don't know how to pray to air. I worship the god of water.
Well, I think the air god might have chosen you for something. I don't know what, but just try it.
But I don't want him.
Well, I don't want the god of Earth either, but I didn't get to choose. Just try it. You have nothing to lose.
To be fair, the god of Earth kind of fits.
He like stamped his cane. Like, what does that mean?
I mean, you're a hard ass, and that's your 6 seconds.
Here, I'll make a
Wisdom
thing for
save.
Artemis.
Oh no, yeah, wisdom save for Bartimus. All right, he is good.
All right, nice.
All right. That means, hey, it's Walter's turn.
Oh, yay.
So Walter's only in melee range with one person.
Wonder why. That's crazy, right?
He could get away. Ilo, roll me a d20. High, he hits you. Low, he goes after someone else.
Can I roll a stealth?
No.
Oh.
Wow.
Roll me a d4. Actually, make that a d1, 2, 3.
D3?
Yeah, d4.
D4?
Abel.
Oh, because of Abel, yeah.
1. I know who 1 is because the last time that I rolled a 1.
You watch as Walter becomes semi-incorporeal and floats away from you. Ilo, you can take a opportunity attack if you would like.
We're gonna beat this boss by Ilo screaming because he never and just throwing daggers wildly across the room because he can't move anywhere. It's always somewhere inconvenient. Oh, it's a disadvantage though. So
That misses. All right.
Okay.
Hey, Eli, your good buddy is back. You watch Walter flow right up to you again and start siphoning your life out.
So is he like right next to me again?
Yes.
Okay.
Well. Yeah, let me guess. It's a natural 20?
No. It's a 16.
Well, that'll do. I have a 15 armor class right now.
I kind of figured as much.
Can I take it for him?
Nope.
It misses me.
You take 9 necrotic damage. And I need you to make a con save, thank you.
Is that night for Eli?
And how much was the damage?
9.
Fucking fuck.
Is that, are you down?
Oh, I am sober down. That's like half of my health. Period.
Okay, I have a very important question.
Yeah.
What is your max HP?
My max HP is 7. Well, right now it's 11.
After taking that 9.
After the 9? No, because my original is 17. I got the drain, so it put it down to 11 as my max. Right, I'm at 3 minus the 9, so I'm at -6 technically.
No, I just need to know what your max HP is after the reductions.
Technically, right now, after it's 11.
Okay, because you got hit for the 9, and then the last attack you succeeded on your con save,
I have a
right?
17.
Okay, so minus the 9. Yeah, so you're at 8. You have a max HP of 8 then. Right?
No, my max HP right now is 11. I passed the other ones. I've only gotten the drain once.
Okay.
It was for 6.
But what's your total max HP? Like, before reductions?
Before, it's a 17.
Right, so you just had your max HP reduced by 9, so you have a max HP of 8 then.
No, because this is... No, because in the con save for the thing...
Oh, yeah. Never mind, I'm stupid.
Okay. Regardless, I am super down.
Okay.
So
Eli
technically,
is
I just took
unconscious.
9 damage out of my 11 max.
Okay. Eli is down.
He just looks like a fucking leathery skeleton-looking person now.
At the end of his turn, now it's Abel. Abel is still super scared, but gonna try to help. Seven plus 4, it's 11. That misses. Abel is unfortunately unable to help you, trying to shock Walter. Ilo.
Where is it?
It is floating over
Across the
the
room again,
unconscious
isn't it?
body of Eli.
That's
I
wonderful.
think almost outright killed me.
Well, I have a lot of daggers, so the only thing I can do at this point is throw a dagger at it. $13 for 7.
7.
Or 5. I don't know why I fell 7.
That will hit. That only does 2 damage, though. It is non-magical. Okay, so you throw a dagger and it cuts through the weird black material, seeming to cut through some of it, but not quite having the same impact you thought it would.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that's all I can do.
Wisdom save, please.
Nat 20.
You are no longer frightened.
Thank goodness.
And once again, layer action. Kyle, since you're unconscious,
Okay.
roll me a d4.
2.
Okay, Zai, make a con save, please.
17.
You are not blind.
Okay, darkness, I'm getting real tired of this.
I attack the darkness.
The darkness is trying to attack me, but misses.
Yep.
Twice.
Alright, it is now Faith's turn. Faith is going to... Oh, boy. Fuck, Kyle, why would you walk away from the computer?
I'm right here because my headset's dying.
Well, stop it. I need you to roll me a d20, please, Eli.
Just D20? Is it my turn?
Nope, just roll a d20.
Okay.
I'm putting the control in y'all's hands. That will do it. You are healed by Faith doing a healing word at
Nice.
2nd level.
Ooh.
You are healed for 6 HP.
Awesome.
That's over half.
And as a action, she is going to swing her hammer. Was she still frightened, I think? Yeah, she was still frightened.
Yep.
So disadvantage, hammer. Surprisingly hits.
She missed a crit, though.
Yes, she did. Alright. So, that being said, Zai. Oh, and she needs to make a save. Nope, that was a 3.
Advantage. Never mind. Concentration's probably gone.
Yeah, because I went down.
Because Eli went night-night.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't do anything except stand here and hit her with the glaive. Or him with the glaive.
Go for it.
So... miss.
Oh yeah, you're still spooked.
Yeah.
Yep, you're still scared. Alright.
Yay.
And end of your turn.
That was exciting.
Eli. Your eyes flutter open as you and you look up and you see Walter floating above you.
Oh, crap.
Does a 19 hit your AC?
What does it?
He has advantage because you're prone.
Yeah.
All right. This is what happens when you fight enemies that aren't idiots. Oh, that's not bad, though. Well, actually, that's kind of bad. So I need you to make a con save.
Natural 20.
All right. Your max HP is not affected. You still take 6 necrotic damage.
Alright, well, I'm back down.
Yeah, it's
Exactly,
like...
that's what you see.
I'm just like, oh crap!
I'm
Good
alive!
job. Knock me out, knock me out, knock me back out! Oh. Suck my life this time.
Eli, I need you to make a death save.
Yay! I thought I was gonna escape that, but 17.
One
Look at
success.
that. Wow.
So, it's his turn again.
Yay. Oh god, Barnabas can't even do anything now. I'm not allowed to command him.
No.
He's just like,
I don't know what to do. If you're unconscious, is it? I need to look this up.
I don't think anything happens to him.
Depends on whether it's concentration or not.
No.
Let's see. No, because I'm looking for you, sir. Unconscious, incapacitated. Attack rolls have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit.
Yeah, it pretty much gives me an automatic death fail.
Assuming he hits you.
Oh, I'm.
Never mind, that was a natural 20.
Oh my god.
I need you to make another Constitution save, please, and you have a failed death save.
That's 2 failed death saves.
That's a 7.
Oh yeah, because you took a critical hit, so that's 2 fails. Oh, and I apparently need to roll damage to see how bad your max HP just got fucked.
11.
That is 7 damage. So your max HP drops by 7.
It's now 4.
Yeah, my max HP's at 4.
What's his health at? Okay.
It's okay, Eli's gonna die anyway. We didn't need him.
Alright, so you have 2 fails.
Yeah.
That's his turn. Abel's gonna try to shock. Alright, Abel.
Go, Abel.
Save your buddy Eli.
If only we weren't all terrified.
Oh yeah, he is disadvantage. That was a natural 1. You're doing your work, Abel. Alright, let's see if you save from the scur. Huzzah! He is no longer scared. Good job, Abel. You're not scared anymore. Ilo.
Okay. Now that I am... Okay, someone has 2 failed death saves, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That's
take a
someone.
guess. See Eli again. God, your max HP though.
It's real bad.
But if you fail another one,
I don't-
yeah. I'm gonna run over and do a heal, I guess.
Did you get unfrightened?
Yeah, I got unfrightened.
At least one of us is.
Alright, do a heal.
It has to be at 2nd level because that's the only spell slot I have. So, have 6 HP back.
No, I only get
Not even 4.
Great.
Alright, Eli, you... You feel like you're on death's door.
I look like I'm on death's door.
Your skin is all sunken, pale.
I look like that guy.
Yeah, not yet, you don't. Alright, anything else, Silo?
Nope, I can't do anything else. Well, I could, but it's not gonna help us. So.
Alright. Lair action, let's see. Eli, roll me a D5.
Oh god. 5.
Wow. Okay, Abel.
The one person who's not frightened besides Ilo.
Conditions, scrap here. Yeah, no. Will-o-wisps apparently are not immune to blind.
They have eyes?
I don't fucking...
I don't make this shit up!
I don't. Excuse me, Jeremy Crawford. What the fuck kind of will-o-wisp has eyes, apparently? 10 plus... Nope. He's blinded.
Do they not have, like, blind sight or something?
Oh my god.
No! Will-o-wisps have dark vision.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Listen, if you guys want to fucking tweet at Jeremy Crawford or Mike Merles and be like, guys, who the fuck designed this? Because I homebrew a lot of these creatures, not that one. That one's straight out of the book. Jesus Christ. Alright. Great. So, Faith.
Please just murder it.
Yeah. Faith. She's still frightened, isn't she?
Yeah, she's still fucking frightened.
What's that? Osket chip. Oh, thank you for the follow. Alright, so Faith is going to take another swing with her hammer. And miss. Good job, Faith. Alright. That is the end of her turn. So, Sai.
I did it.
You definitely hit him.
Okay, that's my turn.
Cool. You're still scared.
Yeah.
Amazing. At the end of your turn, Kyle, I don't want you to think I'm picking on you, but I'm kind of picking on you because you're really close to death, and Walter has a very specific reason for that, and you're still pro.
I really don't want to fight Eli's corpse.
I do.
I mean, I did really fucking blast him with some radiant magic missile.
That
right off the
okay,
bat,
so that definitely
so-
hits.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so you're definitely unconscious. I need you to make a con save.
How much damage did you do?
11.
Yeah, I'm just dead.
He had 4 HP total.
Yeah.
so-
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm just dead. I'm just very dead.
Crazy.
I'm just very, very dead.
Oh my god. Okay. I need to pull up a stat block real quick.
Oh boy.
You know, because we were doing such a great job killing the one thing that was here, we definitely need 2 of them. Let's go.
Oh. Just don't forget about the fucking magic wand and the cane.
Oh my god. Okay.
Just, if you guys live, don't forget to take that.
It's okay. I'll just melt your one down for whoever we take in next to our party.
I'm gonna just use your initiative there, Kyle. Alright. Fuck me. Alright, hold on. I'm not even gonna leave the boss fight music. This is going back to spooky shit.
Oh, good, great.
You guys watch as the last of Eli's life essence is siphoned away. And his body goes limp and lifeless. And in a matter of seconds, you watch as the body begins to kind of move and shift, the muscles tensing and moving of their own accord. And after a moment, you watch as not Eli's body, but... well, no, it is his body. You watch as his body begins to rise up very, like, just straight up from horizontal up to vertical.
Fuck that.
Very gaunt, sunken face. Eyes that are completely cloudy. No pupil or iris visible. And he turns around and is going to take a clawed hand and reach it out towards Faith and try to siphon her essence.
Oh my god.
That's a non-natural 20. And you hit for more damage. You know what, Kyle?
Oh, yeah.
Insult to injury. Roll 3d6 for me.
Oh, well, guess it would help if it was actually typing that in roll 20. 12.
And she needs to make a constitution save. Nope, she passes. Okay, you all watch as Faith's life essence gets siphoned out of her, and she looks a lot weaker and a lot paler from it. Holy shit. And it's Walter's turn. Alright. And he's gonna take his own shot at Faith because she's right there.
I mean, I'm also right there, but whatever.
Well, you're 10 feet away.
No, he walked back to me.
No, but then he moved back over to Eli.
Right, whatever. Sure, I'm 10 feet away.
Yeah, whatever. Semantics. No, that's definitely gonna miss. That was a 10. Walter. Fuck. Okay. Abel. Who is disadvantaged because blind. Doesn't even matter, that was a 6.
Oh, Bartimus is gone, I think.
Oh, Bartimus is gone, yeah.
Yeah, he just poof.
Just poof. Ilo. You now see that you're fighting not only Walter, but now the reanimated body of Eli.
Well, I'm gonna attack Walter.
Okay.
I'm going to 22 to hit for 4. What is that? D4 down there.
Oh, that's because you hit the wrong button. You hit the enlarged.
Oh yeah. Okay, so just that 4.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use the Bardic Inspiration to do a Blade Flourish.
Alright, take 10. You can use fine. Which one are you using?
The defensive one. And I need to roll a d6.
Deal
Is it a
extra
D6?
damage to the target you hit. We're rolling the Bardic Inspiration die. I don't know. What is your Bardic Inspiration dice right now?
They're d6s.
Then roll a d6.
4, so that adds 4 damage to that for 8, and then my AC is 18 until my next turn.
How would you like to kill Walter?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
shit.
He had 6 HP.
Just with a jumping attack.
Just jumping in the air and
Yeah, it's not a confident, cool attack or anything.
Alright, you slash through with your scale dagger, and it slices clean through the black material, and you hear a and the black, misty creature scatters and disappears. Eli is still standing.
what we do.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All right. No more lair action. Faith is gonna look at Eli and go, no, I can't. No.
Are we still frightened?
No. However, she refuses to hit Eli. She's gonna take the dodge action. Zai.
Well, rest in peace, my friend. $23 for 11.
That'll do it. That will absolutely hit him. Still standing, though. You cut a very deep gash through Eli's chest, and you watch as blood begins to just pour out of the wound. Doesn't even spurt out because the heart's not beating anymore. It just kind of oozes out down his fine robes, trickling to the floor. Anything else?
Yeah. That's all I can do.
Eli, who do you want to attack?
Faith's the closest person to
All
who's
right.
attacking before, so...
Alright. And so that's a 14. That misses. So Eli tries to siphon out Faith's essence, but she is able to avoid the attack. Walter is dead. Abel's turn. Abel is no longer blinded and doesn't have as many reservations about attacking an ally. Former ally. Does a 15 hit your AC? Let's see.
Yeah, probably.
Because your AC changes when you become a Spectre.
Does he keep mage armor on?
All
I'm
the
gonna
magic
go
would've
with
been-
no, because the magic is from him and he's dead.
Because he died.
Yeah. Yeah, that hits. So let's see. Abel, what is your damage? Because I don't remember. Oh, 2. Okay. That's okay. Wow. You watch as this jolt of lightning blasts into Eli's body, and with a spasm and a jerk, Eli drops to the floor, this time lifeless. And I think that's a good point to call tonight's episode.
Gonna go ahead and that out.
So,
All right.
Does Faith have a resurrection spell, or do we need to spend the next while making Kyle a new character?
Well, I don't think she's a high enough level to have dead. I mean, I don't know.
No.
I think she's high enough to have Revivify, though.
Yes, but she doesn't have it prepared.
Well, what a crappy cleric.
It has to be cast like within like a minute of them dying.
Yeah, 5
And
minutes, I
you
think.
also need a diamond, which she doesn't have.
What a crappy cleric.
I know, right? Clerics traveling without diamonds? Come on.
I know, right?
All right. Wow. We went a little over time, but for a very good reason. So let's go around and find out where we can find everybody and what your favorite part of tonight's session was. Let's start with you, Kyle.
You can find me on Twitter at RageQuit. And my
You cut out.
favorite part, you can find me on Twitter at RageQuitKyle. And my favorite part before I died, it was the vision with Faith.
Oh,
And then I died.
yes, you did.
This is my first character death.
I
And
feel
it-
blessed.
It is quite fitting because I have killed a character with this exact same creature. So, so yeah.
All right. And how about you, Neil?
You can find me on Twitter at Bardic Martin. And my favorite part was the dumb the dumb things. Good.
I'm gonna keep poking her. All right, a minute goes by. I poke her again. Another minute goes by.
We don't know the minute goes by.
No. All right, Onyx.
Yeah, Onyx. You can find me on Twitter at OnyxQWE. And yeah, I'd have to agree that my favorite part was sitting there poking Faith over and over and over and over again. And only succeeding on the very last roll we did.
That was funny.
The last thing that a teacher saw before they died was a bunch of fucking idiots poking at someone and freezing for an entire minute before poking them again over and over and over for 10 minutes.
Exactly. I mean, isn't that what we all strive for in our last moments? Being surrounded by idiots. I'm surrounded by assholes. As for myself, you can find me on Twitter at arch_DND. You can also find me running the Lucky Die podcast Twitter, which is at TLDpod, where Neil and I are both on the cast of the show. If you're not listening to it, what are you doing with your life? God, I had, like, this entire night was my favorite part. Like, I've had this boss fight planned for so long, and when you guys made friends with Abel, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have him come in and be a fucking ally to you guys. Like, that's just gonna be so cool. It was pretty cool.
They didn't do anything.
He did help a little bit. I mean, listen, you guys would have had to deal with Walter for another, like, 2-3 rounds if he hadn't helped. It was pretty cool.
That fear got him.
Yeah, and then the blind, because, you know, wisps have eyes.
Yeah. He's a scared little baby.
I mean, he is a baby, so get him some slack. He's helping, though. God, yeah, just everything. I'm sorry that you died, Kyle.
Hey, it happens.
But specters are gonna specter.
Yeah.
It's just how the ball rolls.
Should have taken that rest.
I wonder if that would have made a difference. Who knows?
I mean, me having spell slots would have definitely.
Yeah, you could have died a lot quicker.
Well, the thing was that I wasted spell slots with doing the whole faith thing.
You did.
And I literally didn't even waste it.
Yeah, well, you learned things, though.
And then died.
Yeah.
And then died.
So wasted.
Alright, so, thank you to everybody watching on Twitch. Thank you to those of you watching on YouTube. This will be up there, tomorrow night, because I have to wait 24 hours before I can export. Onyx, you are not here next Monday, correct?
I am not here next week.
Or next Sunday. Monday. Jesus Christ. Alright, so in that case, we will resume play on the 9th, which gives Kyle and I some time to discuss some things. Until then...
Listen, Lily's gonna be real mad.
How do you think your sister's gonna feel?
We go to the college. Eli? No, never heard that name.
You put NPCs in the world, they're gonna continue to exist whether you're alive or not.
Yeah, my sister's gonna come and kill some.
No, I haven't heard of that person before.
Nope. Alright, all that being said, thanks all for watching, and until next time, bye!
Bye. I mean...
Oh.